time to Kincade and Salciunas is on the air. Broadcasting live on the Fanatic app and YouTube channel. Here are your hosts, John Kincade and Andrew Salciunas. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Yes, good morning to you, Philadelphia. This is Kincade and Salciunas here on 97.5 The Fanatic. And once again, last night, Philadelphia center stage in the sporting world. And once again, Philadelphia looked absolutely beautiful. The sights inside Citizens Bank Park, walking into Citizens Bank Park. A lot of good takeaways from people that reached out to me about how the viewing pleasure was from TV. John Kincade and I had the incredible experience of being in the building. I once again thank you for that, John. It was really cool.
That was a lot of fun.
That is a bucket list thing that, from my first time, this is what, your fourth game or third
Fourth
game?
All-Star, but the first time sitting in the stands.
Oh, right, because you've been doing
So
media.
I did it as media stuff.
But
so
it was so
good.
cool last night.
Oh, my God, that was great.
The game may not have been great
No.
for people unless you love watching strikeouts, which I actually do like watching pitchers work. Like, I'm a fan of that, but you just kind of wish every once in a while in an exhibition that the offense was spread out a little bit. Unfortunately, most of the offense happened in one inning, and unfortunately that inning was when Christopher Sanchez was on the mound, and he exits the game, 3 runs allowed in the first inning, and handed the loss in the All-Star game. And that was pretty much it, Johnny.
You turned to me and said, he just took the air out of this building.
Yes.
And that's what happened.
It died.
That building died last night.
You needed Schwarber to lead off the bottom of the first inning with a home run.
Bring something
or
back.
Just something, like a single or something, because as soon as he was announced, again, now batting for the National League.
Now
thanks
batting
to
for
Dan
the Phillies.
Baker. Like the place erupted again. But he goes down, and then you're like, okay, so did the next guy and the next guy. Dylan Cease strikes out the side to start the bottom of the first inning. So not only does Christopher Sanchez go out there and lay an egg in the first inning, you got nothing really out of the National League in the bottom of the first, and then that kind of just was the way it was the rest of the day.
We were trying to figure out on the way out of the building how many strikeouts we witnessed.
Yes.
And we had not paid attention to it. I guess 27. No, I guess
you guess 33.
32 or whatever, and you guess what? 37?
I guess like 39.
I mean, it was terrible. That was a terrible game.
It ended up being 27.
But it was a terrible game.
That's half the outs. Half the outs were strikeouts yesterday.
And then they
game.
kept playing that pew, pew, pew.
Oh, yeah, anytime.
Every time someone got a strikeout, it was pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, well, they had to mix it up because it wasn't a Phillies
But they
game.
didn't play the bump, bump, ba-doom.
No,
they didn't do the Price is Right one, which I was hoping they'd do for the American League guys. Call them out. They didn't. I was just surprised. It was a lackluster game.
Do you know that every American League pitcher but one, and it was Brian Baker who got the last out of the game yesterday, struck out a batter? Everyone. Cease with 3, Messick with 1, Waka and Ryan with 2, Martinez 1, Cade Smith 2, Rasmussen with 1, Jacob Latz with 1, Varland with 1, Chapman with 1. All but one pitcher struck out a batter in the National League yesterday.
It was so bad.
Yeah, look, it was still an incredible experience, and I hope anybody that was there yesterday was able to, I know this is kind of crazy to say, subtract the game a little bit from everything else.
What do you
because
mean by that?
From start to finish, the production that took place inside Citizens Bank Park was unbelievable.
It was an awesome night. They did an amazing job.
The Declaration of Independence being signed by the starters when they were being introduced was a really cool touch.
With a Sharpie with a feather on it.
Yeah. There was a lot of celebration of 250, America's birth year, 250 years. There was the homage to Phillies home openers with the guys coming out, skydiving into the ballpark and delivering the first pitch. Like, that was really cool. The national anthem with Patti LaBelle was absolutely beautiful. The Sandlot tribute with the kids coming onto the field, riding their bikes, and being able to share a moment with their favorite players. And
Freddie Freeman
having a catch with the kid. That kid's going to have that memory for his entire life. Like, the pomp and circumstances of the All-Star game was incredible from start to finish.
I never remember anything like that ever being done. Do you?
I mean, maybe half the time we're in commercial, so we don't see it when you're not in the building.
Anybody else? I don't remember that. That was amazing to me. Like, that was crazy. Like, it was absolutely, like, crazy.
Yeah, it was a very cool thing on the TV side as well. Like,
sure.
It was awesome to watch the Declaration of Independence. That's good. That's the first piece of sports memorabilia that I saw where I was like, I want to buy that.
Dude,
one day.
honestly, like I was saying to John, because we're watching it all go down. I'm like, where's that going to be displayed? Like,
I'm
is that,
sure
is that
it'll
at
be
Cooperstown?
No, that'll be. I think that'll be at Citizens Bank Park.
Like, I want to see that in person.
I think they will have that in a display at Citizens Bank Park.
Yeah,
That
like
would be
Diamond Club
guess.
in one of the cases
Yeah,
or
exactly.
something.
They'll do that because it's awesome.
Yeah.
That was a great idea. But the Phillies always manage to do. They do some things really, really first class. That's just how they do things, and it was an incredible night.
I will say this. So a couple takeaways as a first-time All-Star Game attendee. You have not been the one yet, Connor. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, this would only really hit home when you're in your home stadium. There was a little kid behind us who honestly, I hope Coop becomes him in a couple of years. Like, this kid, not even 10 years old, loved baseball, right? Like,
he was a heckler.
the way he was talking about every play, he knew everybody, man. Like, he knew the relievers that a lot of people were like, who the hell is this guy? This kid knew everybody.
He knew every single player that was coming in. Dad did not.
I don't know who he was a fan of. He was wearing an All-Star Game shirt and an All-Star Game hat. So when Schwarber got out to start the bottom of the first and the kid goes, sit down, and I was like, whoa.
I'm like, dude, you better watch yourself.
I was like, whoa, this is different. Because there's fans from a bunch of different teams, right? Like, there was a lady next to me was she was probably a Dodgers fan because every time a Dodgers player was announced,
I think it was
cheering.
Dodgers.
That's
Yeah,
what
they-
I'm
I think they
guessing.
were Dodgers.
Her kid was wearing a White Sox jersey.
But they
Like,
left to eat.
yeah, for 3 innings, which is wild. But there was a lot going on. That was the biggest, like, wow, this is different. I'm in Citizens Bank Park, but I'm not here for a Phillies game because there were some boos of Phillies players in our section, and it wasn't just like a Phillies Mets game. It was legitimate people from other cities. I don't know. Maybe the kid was a Reds fan and was upset that he didn't sign with the Reds. I don't know, but that was one of my like, wow, this is a little bit different. Seeing all the jerseys of fans was really
That was cool.
Like, there was a lot of people. It seemed like the home run derby was a lot more Phillies fans, whereas last night was a little bit more spread out.
Last night was definitely more of a celebration of
Baseball.
the whole sport.
Baseball.
Like, it was baseball. It was absolutely the game was celebrated last night. It was awesome. I mean, it was a fantastic night. There's nothing that could be said that the Phillies could have. I don't think the Phillies could have done anything better.
No, except for whoever did not play Duran's music in time.
That was bad.
That was something.
And-
So John and I were talking about it. Are they going to do it? They're down 4-0.
And I'm like, please. I'm telling you, the Duran music thing. It's gotten to be the point, though. To me, they're doing it at times. Like, they're doing it a lot of times when it's not appropriate.
Yeah, well, last night was an exhibition game, so it was appropriate yesterday. It didn't matter. I mean, he's in the home ballpark that he's an all-star of. Like, I was not even remotely surprised that they did it. It's just, how was the production crew surprised that they did it? They had the video being played, completely mistimed the music, completely off yesterday. Other than that, everything else was perfect.
This is Lincoln. How'd you like to play? I couldn't believe they messed that up.
Yeah, I was like,
I mean,
we all knew it
Duran
was
was
coming.
halfway to the mound before they started the music. And I'm going, okay, that tells me it's not the Phillies person.
Right, somebody.
It was
working
somebody
for
from Major League Baseball came in and did that, because it certainly wasn't that wouldn't have been a Phillies person would have known exactly what to hit,
Yeah.
exactly when to do it, and that wasn't it.
Connor,
That
what
wasn't
were
it.
some of the takeaways via the television yesterday? Other than the baseball game, other than the game itself.
Honestly, kind of slow. The actual gameplay, even the
gosh.
interviews, there wasn't. Because the cool thing that I like about the All-Star game is when guys are talking to you as plays are being made and you get to see stuff happening. Oh, what a play by so-and-so in left field, says the right fielder to the TV broadcast. Like, you had Bryce Harper talking himself through a strikeout at one point. I think the broadcast is only as good as the game is when it comes to those interviews as well, especially when it's so focused on the players talking. You get to hear, like,
the thought process of players. But when there's not something happening in a game that's crazy, like hits happening, plays happening, and strikeouts don't really do it, it's more just like, oh, are you having a good time at the All-Star game? What does it mean to you to be here?
Right, and oh, by the way, they're not asking them, hey, you guys have really struggled in the first half of the season. Like, they're not going to ask those kinds of questions. They're not asking any sort of, like, journalistic questions.
I heard a lot of critique this morning that there was the questions were that it was like that Verducci and the guy from 2.5 Men with the bow tie, Rosenthal, were too serious.
Oh,
like, there's a lot of that.
There wasn't a lot of, like, joking around, though.
Yes, that they were very serious.
It felt canned.
And I can tell you, and Andrew and I both said this to each other, it was so clear that the players who got booed loved getting booed more than the players who didn't.
Dude, the players who didn't were irrelevant.
The players who didn't sort of looked and were like, wait a minute, I don't get booed?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not important enough to get booed here? And I love that they said that, I guess, was it Joe Davis who said, hey, let's hear it for Juan Soto.
And the place went nuts. I mean, it was really cool because that's technically a teammate of your guys last night, and we're, as we should. We're booing a Met player because we hate the Mets.
And he had a smile ear to ear.
All of them did. I thought
they loved it.
Justin Verlander getting booed like crazy, and his smile, tipping to the cap. Like the guys that didn't get booed, it almost seemed like, oh, where's mine? And I don't know if you caught this. They were showing everybody's reaction, right? Because I know they do that on TV.
Yeah.
You guys notice Logan Webb?
I didn't notice.
All right. I wonder how many people did. Right before they were going to say his name, they panned the camera. He made like the uh-oh face. Like, I'm going to hear it. Because remember, he was picked over Zach Wheeler. Mm-hmm. He got nothing. And he got nothing,
and he looked like,
oh, damn.
Like, wait a minute.
It almost seemed like he was going to play into it, and then nobody reacted. And
like, nobody cares about me?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it really did. It seemed like he was it is clear media members and people on social media were like, the Philly fans and the booing, this is just unbelievable.
It was awesome.
And the players Freddie Freeman laughing his ass off.
Yeah. Jordan Walker after winning the home run derby the night before.
Jordan Walker. By the way, did you see Jordan Walker's dad's thing? Oh my God, he loved it.
Because they were also chanting Jordan's dad after he won the home run derby.
I think it's spectacular.
Like, we just do it differently in Philadelphia, and there's going to be people that love it and adore it. There's going to be people that absolutely despise it, and as you say, clutching their pearls. Like, there's people that do that. They think that we're horrible. When I met you at Live Casino last night, Johnny and I had dinner there yesterday. Man, do I have to tell you the text that he sent me. There was a little boy and his mom walking to the stadium, and two Phillies, they were in Braves gear, and two Phillies fans behind them were like, boo. And they were cracking up, right? Like, I mean, it wasn't vicious boos. It
wasn't nasty.
It's a little kid and his mom.
Give me a football. I'll show him what's up.
Yeah, exactly. But on a day like yesterday, like, it was cool. And I appreciate that Phillies fans yesterday and the day before continued to express who we actually are, and we had fun with it. Like, why would we change how we act for 2 days just because it's on the national stage? It's like, be on your best behavior, kids. Like, nah, man. No. Like, express yourself. I love how everybody acted the last 2 days.
And I love how the national media really sort of portrayed it really well. And the commissioner loved All-Star Week.
Oh, yeah.
Loved it.
There was a higher attendance for the draft than ever before. Like,
double.
Yeah.
Double the attendance.
It shows how much we freaking
than they've
care
ever
around
done,
here,
which is awesome.
Which is amazing.
Well, I saw a lot of Bonner McGonigal shirts too.
Last night. Oh, it was actually
a lot
cool.
of Bonner McGonigal shirts, which
by
is
the
great.
way, great work by the introduction when they said from Delco.
From Delco,
they didn't say from whatever high school he played for or whatever.
Senior Bonner.
They went from Delco, and the place went nuts, and he had a smile.
Awesome.
It was great, great time last night.
He really does have a chance to be a big-time ambassador for this sport.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's really does. I hate saying anything good about Bonner people, but I'll tell you, he's such an exceptional young man and an exceptional talent.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great.
So, look, if you were there last night or your takeaway from watching on TV, 610-632-0975, get it. The game wasn't all that great. The Phillies players didn't really show up all that well, except for Luzardo yesterday. He had a clean inning. Duran he gave up a hit, but Duran was fine. He just didn't strike anybody out. Like, I was like, oh, man, where's that 102 mile an hour fastball to strike somebody out? Other than that, the rest of the guys kind of had a rough day yesterday. But it was a fun experience, nonetheless. But it got me thinking, John. And I was this kid again behind me that loved baseball yesterday.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about the potential lockout coming up in 2027, right? Like they're nowhere close in their negotiations right now, and it's July, so
Oh no, it's not good.
you expect them to not be close.
This does
but
not look good. Yeah.
It doesn't look good. I mean, these guys I can't even say buried their feet in the sand. They buried their feet in damn cement, and they're letting it, dry and harden around their ankles. Like they're not going anywhere. You lived through a lockout, and you lived
through
with the
a
aftermath.
strike.
Right.
I lived through a strike. I lived through lockouts. I lived through a lot.
Connor, we never truly experienced it. Like, obviously, the COVID season was shortened, but, like, that was completely different. We never experienced it the way people experienced it back in 93 or 94. No World Series and all that kind of stuff. And we know the toll that it took on the sport of baseball until, guys started juicing, mashing home runs, and that sort of brought, excitement back to baseball. But then it died off pretty quickly, especially once steroids started popping up and people stopped ignoring the steroids. And then there was the games just went way too long. The early analytic era where games were going 3.5 hours long, 4 hours long. People were putting the ball in play, and yet it was still going. Like, there was less action and more time during baseball games. We are now in such a great spot with the sport. You are seeing a rebirth of fandom for younger audiences. You've mentioned the average ages that have dropped.
Fox has had it's almost 8 years younger,
which is amazing. That's, by the way, that's
a couple
huge
years
number. Right?
8 years.
Like, that's unbelievable. We're seeing baseball become fun again. We're seeing the old ways of don't do that on the baseball field. Like, that's sort of slowing down a little bit.
Having a little too much fun.
Yeah, don't have too much fun. Don't flip that bat.
I love the Latin influence.
Yes, it's become fun again. Baseball has become fun. If it shuts down for a year or an extended period of time and we miss a lot of baseball, what happens?
The sport, I can tell you this, and I'm just warning you about this because I remember it more for just not even doing this job. But it's the weirdest feeling in the world to not have baseball. Baseball is so ingrained in our day-to-day activity.
It's a companion.
That to not have it, I remember the 1981 strike after the Phillies won the World Series. And to have the baseball season just end.
Yeah.
And it ended like halfway through. To have it just end and baseball went away and it's the summertime and there was no baseball. It was bad and it was hard to recover back then. The one in 95 was even worse.
Yeah.
94 was even worse because 94 was the people hated the baseball players because the baseball players came off really tone deaf. And the leader of the Players Association was a guy I know really well, and Tom Glavine. And Tom had some missteps. I think Tom would tell you that he had some missteps. He made some comments that didn't come off right, and he didn't mean them. He didn't mean them, but the way they were taken, it was almost like let them eat cake. It was like a condescending way. And baseball, the damage that was done to the sport, they always talk about McGuire and Sosa brought everybody back. It didn't bring everybody back.
Right.
It took a long time for baseball to get the crowds back. But the crowds came back eventually. But the damage that was done to the sport, having no baseball, it's crippling. It's crippling. Because it was just, I remember the talk of you don't want to do legal sports radio. I remember doing legal sports radio.
Yeah.
It sucked. It sucked. Do you remember doing the COVID shows?
Yeah. Yeah, I hated it.
Yes, exactly.
Saturday mornings by myself with a producer that wouldn't talk.
The COVID shows sucked because it was like we had to go to well, what are we doing? We're talking about things that happened in the past.
Yeah.
We're talking about we're trying to uplift people.
Anthony and I were breaking down full games from 30 years prior.
Isn't that where the vault got created? okay? I mean, but like, this is worse because you say to yourself, it's billionaires and millionaires fighting, and none of them care about you.
No, they say it's for the fans, and it's not for the fans.
No, the fight is not about you.
So let's talk about this a little bit. If there is indeed no baseball next season, you know how much it crippled the sport in 94, 95.
Terribly.
It's a new sport where there are new faces and there's more excitement, and I really do think we've gone back to like being kids on the baseball diamond, which is what this sport is all about. But when it comes to money, that's not being kids. That's these guys, like you said, billionaires fighting against millionaires.
Well, and there's no, and we said it yesterday when Amy was here. There's no. I always will just argue that the people who tell you that the salary cap, people who are against the salary cap, every sport that's instituted a salary cap is healthier. More players make more money. The sport's better since they've instituted a salary cap. So people who try to tell you the boogeyman of the salary cap, it's not true.
Right.
It's helped the sports. But that doesn't mean everything about the owners is right. The owners are out.
Of course not.
Yeah, the owners are out to shaft the players.
They're out to win too. Yeah.
The owners are out to shaft the players, and the players are out to shaft the owners.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's not. There's not any kind of like. There's no goodwill.
No, because again, they don't ultimately care about us. So it's a what if question. But what if baseball does not return after the season, or if it does eventually, but we miss 80-plus games, like in the middle of the summer when, again, baseball is your companion that you watch every single night, especially if you're a Phillies fan here in Philadelphia. What if? What would your reaction be? Like, would you say, screw you, I'm not doing this again, I'm out? Or are you going to be saying, I need it back, I love this sport, I found a rebirth of enjoyment? And a lot of it's because of the Phillies' success in recent years. That's a big part of it.
People will say they'll stay away. They may stay away for a short time. They may stay away for a long time. But some people end up potentially staying away.
So let us know. 610-632-0975. Coming up next, we will talk about baseball in 2026, not just whether or not it happens in 2027. John, you said something last night that I made a mental note of, and then I didn't have to make a mental note because I saw a couple on social media last night. A similar message about the game and the Phillies. Are we just broken at this point? It's Kincade and Salciunas here on 97.5 The Fanatic. All right, on the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Well, not anymore with FanDuel Super Sub. If your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. You only have a couple of more matches to bet on. We got a game today. We have the third-place game on Saturday, and, of course, the entire championship for the World Cup on Sunday. If your player that you placed an anytime goal scorer bet on leaves the pitch because maybe they're up by 3 or 4 goals and it's time for the big guy to come on out, you're going to say, oh, damn, my bet's over. If Messi comes off the pitch and somebody else goes on, your bet continues with that player. So you're in it until the final whistle, which is great for us non-huge soccer
I'm going to
fans.
miss you saying pitch.
Thank you. I mean, look, I'm a soccer guy. I
You
can't
really
tell
are.
every 4 years.
I could tell.
So check it out, FanDuel.com/local to get started now. That's FanDuel.com/local. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. You got to be 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
NL shutout. I'm Connor Thomas, and the American League shut out the National League 4-0 in the Midsummer Classic at the bank last night. Cody Bellinger of the Yankees took home MVP honors with a 2 RBI night. It was a rough night for the Phillies representatives as none of Schwarber, Harper, or Marsh recorded a hit, and Christopher Sanchez allowed 3 runs in the first inning. Despite the performance, Schwarber still talked about the exceptional job Philly did of hosting after the game.
This is definitely number one for me. It's one that I'm going to remember for a long time, the rest of my life, and we're proud to be representing this organization and our fans, and this whole summer has been pretty unbelievable here.
Now it's back to the old grind and time for a sprint to the trade deadline. The Phils are off today. They'll host the Mets starting tomorrow night as their post-All-Star break schedule begins. The Sixers fell to the Rockets 90-64 in Summer League action yesterday. Still no news on LeBron James' decision on where he will play this year. We'll keep you updated. We're officially 2 weeks out from the Eagles' first training camp practice as football season continues to draw closer. And the favorite is out of the World Cup with France losing 2-0 to Spain yesterday afternoon. England-Argentina face off at 3 p.m. today in the other semifinal. Adam Schefter joins us at 8:05. Jason Martinez at 9:10. This update is brought to you by the Makem Group. They support contractors with one of the largest PVF inventories, from pipe, valve, and fittings to trusted brands. Count on the Makem Group to help you stay on schedule. Visit MakemGroup.com today. I'm Connor Thomas for the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
Kincade and Salciunas, 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
This hour of Kincade and Salciunas is presented by Bradford White Water Heaters. Bradford White, they're here for the pro.
Connor, what did you grade my attire last night at the All-Star game? Did you see what I was wearing?
I peeked at it for a second, but I saw it just kind of like scrolling through, and then Twitter refreshes and you lose something forever.
Yeah,
so tell me about
you can't find my name on Twitter because you don't know who I am. You've only been working with me for
Well, I
many
was
years.
doing a lot of stuff.
I was wearing an Iron Pigs jersey at the All-Star
And
game
everybody,
last night.
so many people loved that jersey last night.
And it says Howard on the back, number 50. And the initial thought for a lot of people is, why is this kid wearing a Spencer Howard jersey? What people don't know is when Ryan Howard went down in the minor leagues in the mid 2014, toward the end, he had a rehab stint and somebody was already wearing the number 6, so they gave him the number 50. And a listener years ago sent it to me saying, I know you like obscure jerseys. I have this.
That's really nice.
Do you want
somebody
it?
Did that.
And it's like a stitched, legitimate jersey. I'm
yeah,
like,
that's
dude,
sick. I don't like those to Phillies games, I like wearing jerseys of players on the team.
But last
for
night was not a Phillies
exhibition
game.
or special event. That's a great time to break that
I've
out.
had no reason to wear it. Like, he sent it to me. I was so thankful for it, but I'm like, when do I wear this? And I thought, you know what? Now's the time, man. Let's go with the All-Star game. I'll wear he is an All-Star. Right?
Fair.
So I wore an All-Star player's jersey, and
That
it
was
was a
a-
Philadelphian player.
That was real, and people loved that jersey. It was a sharp looking jersey.
It was nice. Yeah, it was pretty
People
cool.
enjoyed it. It was such a great atmosphere last night, though. It was just such a disappointment that it ended up like that.
Yeah, it sucks that the game was the game. Like, everything else was great, except for, again, the Duran entrance. The people that ran the show were that A minus, right?
They were
you lose
A minus.
You lose a point for the Duran.
No, A minus. The people who ran the Duran entrance get an F.
Right,
They
and
blew that.
that brought the grade down from an A plus to an A minus.
Because it was awesome. Other than that, it was just an awesome night. What a great thing. And, boy, Citizens Bank Park always just puts their best foot forward.
Now, speaking of Citizens Bank Park, you said something to me yesterday, John. And
What was the text that you were talking about?
Oh,
Was that me at the blackjack table?
all right,
Which is
Connor.
great. Bye.
Connor. I get a text from John Kincade. So John and I were, I'll say it at 6:30 in the morning because maybe not as many kiddos are in the cars, but I'll still say it carefully. I get a text from John because I was meeting John at Live Casino.
And I got there early, wanting to beat the traffic. I always like to beat traffic.
Yeah, so
But also a chance to play blackjack.
dinner reservations were at 6. I got there like quarter. We saw Ray. Ray was doing a show. So I get a text from John Kincade letting me know where he is so that I can find him. What are the first 2 letters of blackjack?
BL?
Oh. No, when you say blackjack. BJ.
Sorry, BJ.
Oh.
Well, he texted me that he was at the $10 BJ table. And I responded with, the what table? Excuse me?
Now, the strange thing is, when I read your response, I thought you were like, oh, my gosh, a $10 table.
Oh, my God.
Because Ray Dunn came over and when I saw Ray and I called him over, I was in the middle of a heater.
So you missed my joke.
I did. I missed the joke
My
because
follow-up was you usually have to pay more for that.
I thought you.
I guess you meant-
I thought you
You
meant.
were both talking about different things.
I thought you meant. Yes, you do, because the tables are usually 15 or 25.
Nope.
Please tell me you don't normally abbreviate it like that.
Yeah, when you tell people
Well,
that
the
you're at
thing
the
is-
blackjack table, how many times are you saying you're at the BJ
Well,
table,
the thing
Johnny?
is, the thing is,
Oh, you're
is that
down there.
You're not supposed to be on your phone. So I was telling this. So I told Cherie, who was my dealer, and she was awesome. Cherie is so sweet at Live Casino. Got to find her. She's awesome, and she's quick,
And for
real
$10.
quick. And Trent Dilfer was there, by the way. And she
Everybody
was
wanted
great.
some.
You getting 2 for 1?
And so she was great. So the Cherie was there, and so you wait
God.
when they're reshuffling or they're redoing the chips.
Yes.
Then I said, "May I step aside here and send you a text?" So I was trying to do it quickly. So I step aside from the table. She holds my spot.
Yeah, you sent it quick, all right.
BJ,
My God,
yes.
$10 BJ table. God.
Well, there'd be a lot of people standing around.
I know your wife's away right
There'd
now.
be a
My
lot of-
God.
Screw the All-Star game.
All right. So speaking of the game yesterday, inside
Surprised
the
Ray made the broadcast.
inside the building,
you said something, and then I got a lot of it on social media yesterday because I put out a reaction video. It was really cool. I just tell my story. And you and many people on social media said, watching that game felt like a Phillies playoff game.
It felt like Red October. Walking out last night, it reminded me of walking out after the no-hitter. It reminded me of walking out after Game 5 of the World Series.
Yeah.
It reminded me of walking out after one of the Mets games or one of the Dodger games.
Are we broken? Is my question.
Or are the Phillies
off
broken?
of that? Well, we know that they are.
Because the Phillies have broken us.
So one question we have for you today, other than just reacting to last night, is, what if baseball doesn't happen in 2027? What would your reaction be? Would you say, screw baseball, I'm not coming back? Would you just be waiting on bated breath till it came back? Let us know. Can you ignore the past this upcoming October? Forget right now. Forget push for the playoffs, because we all still think they're making the playoffs, right? Everybody's on the same page. We all think that the Phillies are going to make the playoffs. But when it comes to playoff time, are you going to be able to gear up for a playoff game, or are you going to be thinking in the back of your mind the way it's ended the last 3 seasons now? World Series, look, they lost to the Astros. Rough loss, but they lost to the Astros. But 23 against the Diamondbacks, 24 against the Mets, and last year against the Dodgers. The way it's ended, similar stories. Bats go ice cold. Bullpen does not, do you any favors. Can you ignore it this upcoming playoffs, or is that just going to be on the back of your mind?
You can't ignore it. It's got to be there. It's human nature. It's got to be in your head. Whether you think, though, I refuse to make it, though, that it's going to be what consumes me.
Sure.
That I'm going to go into a series just saying they got no shot. I'm not going to do that.
But if it's 0-0 through 3, are we all saying the same thing? Like,
here it goes again.
Here we go. The bats, they're dead. Here we go again. Like, is that so ingrained in us? Because let's face it, it's 3 straight seasons of it. Like, it's not like it happened last year. Let's hope it doesn't happen this year. No, it's been 3 straight seasons where what you're paying for. I'm talking about offensively, the lineup that John. You're not getting any of it.
No.
Are we just trapped in this mindset that at the All-Star game, you're saying, man, this feels like Red October?
It did.
I'm getting it on Twitter, on Instagram. This feels like Red October. That freaking sucks, man. It's July 14th. I just want to watch the All-Star game, and we're talking about Red October. Connor?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to feel that way because I'm really good at turning off parts of my brain. There's not many parts to turn off, which makes it very easy for me. But I understand, the majority of this fan base is not going to be able to avoid that. It's going to be a tight building unless they score early in playoff games. And I think for people who don't watch all 162, and I'm not saying anything about your fandom, any of that, but, people are busy. For anyone that watches every single game, I think you get more of a feel of every game really is different. The cool thing about so many baseball games is just any day you could see something special. But if you're more of a casual fan, or you're just remembering more the Red October part of the season, which is obviously the most important part, it's going to stick with you. I think a majority of the fan base would say, yes, we're broken.
Wow. I just would I'm really going to I'm just going to try to like Connor tries to do. I'm just going to try to really enjoy. I'm going to try to enjoy the baseball season.
Right, the regular season. Absolutely.
I'm going to try to enjoy it.
You try to.
But I know that I'm going to be feeling it. I know that I'm going to feel it. I know that I'm going to feel some of that.
That sucks, man.
Well, I'm going to. I can't change how it's going to be.
I mean, dude, it yesterday, I get it was an exhibition. But Sanchez getting tattooed a little bit in the first inning,
again,
followed by Kyle Schwarber starting off a 1-2-3 bottom of the first inning at Citizens Bank Park, national TV. It was hard for you not to go, man, this feels awfully familiar. It's just a little warmer out right now, and there's different jerseys out.
Yeah, there wasn't any reason last night you weren't feeling. They didn't give you any reason to feel really optimistic and excited and.
Yeah, but this is where we're screwed, right? This is where we're screwed up in the head because not a single Dodger player had a hit in the game.
No.
I don't think any fans in LA.
Freddie Freeman got a walk.
Yes.
That's more than a...
Shout out, Freddie. Great walk, buddy.
Yes.
Here's the thing, though, is I can go, Freddie Freeman, I know that when the lights are brightest in October, that Freddie Freeman can be a multiple-time MVP.
Oh, I got you.
So I can go, I know that the guys that we have don't.
But that has nothing to do with the All-Star game is my point. But here
No,
in
I gotcha.
Philadelphia, we look at that and we're like, this feels like the issues we've had. Another team that's had that success does the same exact thing in the same exact moment.
Yeah.
And they're just like, I'm not even worried about it. So it ultimately, the All-Star game doesn't affect Red October, but it feels the same because of our shared experience.
One of my buddies is a big baseball fan, is a big Dodger fan out in L.A. I knew he'd be watching big, and I said, "Oh, watch this." So I go, I'm telling him about his Dodgers, and I couldn't. He was profane. He's won the last 2 World Series, and he was profane about his Dodgers. And I'm like, you just won 2 World Series, and he's being profane about the Dodgers.
Yeah, they also have a 16-game lead or whatever in the National
and he
League
wishes,
West.
and he wishes,
Not good enough.
He would like to do Andrew and our job. He would love to do our job. Like that would be a dream come true for him. And I said, you could not do our job with these profane responses. You would not be able to do that.
As long as he can, he could be a red light guy.
He'd be constantly hitting the dump button.
Now, I didn't realize that you and Austin literally just talked about this during the break. I see him on the YouTube chat saying, Andrew, I legit just said to Connor about how it felt like a regular Phillies game due to the lack of offense from the National League. Like, that kind of sucks that we're so broken, and the Phillies have done this to us. This isn't a DNA thing. Sounds like a DNA thing. No, the Phillies have done this to us. So, secondary question, more at home here. Can you get that out of your mind? The last 3 years, the way the postseason has ended, when we get to this October. 610-632-0975. Coming up next, we'll check the text line for the first time this morning. Also, it's a debate day. Debate day Wednesday. Austin says that there was one from the Midday show earlier this week that we have to address. But if you want to text in your recent debates that you've been having with your buddies at the bar, your family, whatever, text them in the Davis Honda text line, 610-632-0975. We either help settle it or we make it worse. YouTube, I'll check yours as well.
We make it
Debate
worse.
Day Wednesday, Adam Schefter Wednesday at 8 o'clock today, all here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Only 3 teams remain in the FIFA World Cup, and there's no better place to be than Kalshi, America's #1 prediction market platform. If you don't think anything can happen, just take a look at what happened yesterday. France, the tournament favorite, goes out 2-0 to Spain, and now Spain has punched their ticket to the final. Argentina faces England today for a chance for one of those teams to do the same thing. Now, yesterday was an upset, so why not trade on the upset again? Argentina is trading at a 47% probability to knock off England, meaning a $100 trade pays out $205 if they win. Maybe you think it's coming home and you want to trade on England. Either way, you can do it. And on Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app. Make sure you use code FANATIC when you do, because you're going to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade the beautiful game. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see Kalshi.com/regulatory.
now.
All right, 6:48 here on Kincade and Salciunas, 97.5 The Fanatic on a debate day Wednesday. Start texting your debates, 610-632-0975. John and I either help settle it or we make it worse. We'll see.
I love that one. I love that we could make it worse.
We absolutely could make it worse if we're not on the same page, and then that gets the conversation going even more. But let's check the Davis on the text line. You can feel the Davis difference. Check them out in Burlington. Last night, All-Star Game, Citizens Bank Park. Again, Philadelphia, absolutely beautiful. Got a chance when I got home when I was laying in bed. 'Cause you can't fall asleep right away. I can't at least. Just sort of looking at some of the videos, the shots from above Citizens Bank Park. It was beautiful. It's such a great ballpark, and we're so lucky that we have it in our backyard. Game may have sucked, but everything else was spectacular there yesterday. What do we got on the text line?
Zach from Florida checks in, says, I can overlook the last few postseasons for the Phillies if they get a bat. If they make a move that actually makes me feel something different about this team, I can overlook it.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, when would you get the thing that looks different? October, right? Like, you're going to be waiting to see game one. Are the bats alive?
But that's okay, right? I mean, like it's or is that not fair?
Well, no. Again, if it's 0-0 after 3 innings, I wonder if that texter is going to say, "Don't worry, it could be different this time."
See, I just go back and look at the fact that it was they were 4-0 on the Dodgers and couldn't close it out.
Yeah, because the bullpen.
They had 4-0 on
back-to-back
on
years.
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
By the way, it was 6.85. I think is their ERA the last 2 years.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Like it was like 6.85 or something.
And top guys in the bullpen. They've just come up small the last couple of years. It's unfortunate. All right, what else we got?
Trevor from Perkins, checks in with a question on Bryce Harper, and he says, clearly Bryce Harper doing his best pandering at the All-Star game last night. Is that okay considering the environment?
What was the pandering?
He's talking about the intro speech that he had before the game.
Yeah, he's talking to his stadium. Rosenthal asked him straight up, like, what's it like playing here? So yeah, no, it's fine. Like, we all knew. He got the crowd going. I said to John right away, he knows exactly what to say.
He knows exactly how to.
Look, he's great at it. He knows exactly. He knows. And look, it's a testament to understanding this city. It's easy. All right, it's not hard. It's why guys like Ben Simmons just must be so dumb, because you don't realize how actually easy it is. When you hear Philadelphia, you hear the nasty stuff, right? Like, oh my God, they're so vicious and they're so hard on their own. They eat their own.
And this week was met with the players loved it.
They love it. And as soon as a star player says, I love this city, I want to be here the rest of my career, we gobble that up. Jason Kelce, when he had his press conference, it was actually, speaking of Ben Simmons, they asked him about Ben Simmons. I forget who it was. This was years ago. Eagles were in training camp, and somebody asked him about the whole Ben Simmons saga. And Jason Kelce was like, it's really not that hard. Like, yeah, if you're playing like crap, you're going to hear about it. But if you try, and if you have marginal success, he didn't even say you have to be a Hall of Famer. He's like,
no.
If you try hard and show that you appreciate this place, you're a superstar in this city. It's really not freaking hard, man. Like, the players last night that didn't play for the Phillies, you mentioned, they seem to love it. Like, it would have been so easy for Justin Verlander to be like, how dare they? This was my last All-Star game, and they booed me.
And he laughed. He
laughed his
He had the
off.
biggest smile on his face.
Yeah. Like,
and he knew it, too.
Right. It's not
he
that
knew
hard,
it was coming.
man.
I mean, he knew it was coming.
And by the way, even though it's booing, the booing is a show of respect, and people miss that sometimes.
And you saw it that there were guys that were not.
There were guys that got nothing, right? Like literally nothing. The sign of respect is, let me boo your ass, and we're gonna do that to Justin Verlander. Nobody's saying he stinks. Nobody, like, the guy's gonna be a Hall of Famer, and you know what? His reaction. I hope there were people in that building yesterday that go, man, I like that guy even more now. He's got a really nice wife that I'm sure everybody would like to meet.
Who doesn't like? I mean, seriously, Verlander is first of all, Verlander seems like a regular dude.
Right.
He seems like a regular guy.
Yes.
He does not seem like like he's staged.
Right.
Like nothing seems staged about him.
Yeah. So I had no problem with what Bryce Harper did, because
and I thought Bryce's answer was good.
He knew exactly what he was
they
doing,
boo
man.
me too.
Yeah. No, all of that was awesome yesterday. All right. Debate day Wednesday. Text in your debates, 610-632-0975. There was one on Middays from earlier this week about taking the trip or taking the vacation and the differences of it and what you would rather do.
The trip and the vacation. I don't understand.
Like a trip is like we're going away.
Okay.
Like
I'm
we're going to
away-
Europe.
I'm going away Sunday.
Yeah.
We will be. I'll fly down, meet my wife in Atlanta on Friday.
Yeah.
Sunday we are getting in a car, and we're driving to Clearwater Beach. We're
Yeah.
going to be at our favorite hotel in Clearwater.
Damn right, man. Wyndham
We're going to
Grand,
go down
beautiful.
there and just and we're going to spend. But we're also going to go and see a community where I might want to build a house
Must be nice.
down there in Florida. Well, when you're my age, you might want to do that too. Someday to have a house in Florida, but always wanted to potentially do that.
Yeah.
So we're going to spend one of the days of the vacation. We're going to do that. We're taking the tour. We're going to see it.
Yeah.
We're driving over. It's around an hour from Clearwater.
Sure.
So we're going to go see the place.
But are you a trip guy or a vacation guy? Because vacation's like, all right, I'm going down the Jersey Shore for a week.
I like taking. There's nothing better. Like we went to St. Lucia in March.
Yeah.
Take a suitcase, unpack the suitcase, don't go anywhere for a week. Sign me up.
I'm a trip guy. Connor, are you
So you like doing stuff.
Yeah, and leaving. Like, to me, look, I'm spoiled. My parents live down the shore, so I can be like, I'm going to go down this weekend.
Right.
I'm gonna go down there and hang out. So like, it's I see it all the time.
Sure.
But like, I would rather.
Well, you were a cul-de-sac kid. so
I'd
you had
rather
these-
go to a different place. I'd rather go to
Right.
a different country.
You're already planning your next sandals trip.
Yeah, which is in 2029. Connor, are you a trip or a vacation guy?
Definitely a vacation guy.
Yeah.
I'm not really a go anywhere person.
You don't want to do like I'm
can
it's
see
bad.
you.
It's bad because I'm going to have to do it from not it's bad that I have to do it. But my mom actually left my wife a gift in her will for travel
Oh, that's cool.
and said, "Make him take you to Europe and go and see all the things that she saw in Europe because Christina wants to see them."
yeah.
Sightseeing and all that hoofing and everything.
I like
isn't,
that stuff.
That isn't my idea of
I hate it.
vacation. It's not my idea of vacation, but I know I'm going to love it when I get there.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to love it when I get there.
I love
But-
both. Don't get me wrong. Are you, do I have to sit on the beach today for a week, or do I have to,
Would you
go,
rather like have a week of sightseeing compared to a week at the beach or the pool?
It's a good question. I mean, look,
Like I'd rather anytime have a week at the beach and the pool.
Yeah, I don't really need to see sights. I'm sorry.
I
That's
don't
just me.
either. And maybe that, but you know what though? It might make us uncultured boobs.
Yeah,
Connor.
well, look, I'll say this.
I'll Google it.
The first time I went to Lithuania, I wanted to see everything. Then the second time I went, I just wanted to like go to the bar, like the cool bars.
you wanted to immerse yourself.
Yeah.
As a local.
Yeah. So I had two different experiences. But the first time I went, like I wanted to see the European buildings that are gigantic, and you're like, oh
And
my God,
I love
these are beautiful.
architecture.
Right.
Like I love
exactly.
architecture.
So you would
There's
probably
things that I like.
appreciate that.
I'm sure I'm going to love it. I'm sure I'm going to love it when I go, but
yeah.
gotta go.
All right, debate day Wednesday. Send in your debates 610-632-0975.
I got a couple good ones.
Good. All right, we need
Out
more
of
from the
DMs,
people
so
too.
they're good.
Coming up next,
And not the $10 table.
no,
That was great.
yeah, good for you. Baseball talk continues, but also we have the latest updates on LeBron James, and I am very, very, very proud of a couple members of the Philadelphia 76ers. We'll talk about that next here on the Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
A quiet all-star game for the National League. I'm Connor Thomas, and the American League shut out the National League 4-0 in the Midsummer Classic at the Bank last night. Cody Bellinger took home MVP honors with a 2 RBI performance. It was a rough night for the Phillies representative. Schwarber, Harper, Marsh all hitless in the game. Christopher Sanchez allowed 3 runs in his all-star game.
Christopher Salciunas?
Yeah, I got a little crossed up there. Despite the performance, Bryce Harper still talked about the exceptional
way he
job Philly
pitched.
did hosting.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they did an incredible job, obviously starting, with the home run derby yesterday, and then obviously today. I thought they put on a great show. Really cool moment, kind of like the Sandlot there. Just a really cool opportunity to do that.
Now it's time for a sprint to the trade deadline. Phils are off today. They'll host the Mets starting tomorrow night. Sixers fell to the Rockets 90-64 in Summer League action yesterday. There's still no news on LeBron James' decision on where he will play this year. We'll update you on the latest news coming up next. We are officially 2 weeks out from the Eagles' first training camp practice as football season continues to draw closer. And the favorite is out of the World Cup with France losing 2-0 to Spain yesterday afternoon. England will face Argentina at 3 p.m. today. One of those teams will punch their ticket to the World Cup final. Adam Schefter will join us coming up at 8:05. Jason Martinez talks some Flyers hockey with us at 9:10. I'm Connor Thomas on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Talk 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
All right, 7 a.m. here on Kincade Salciunas, 97.5 The Fanatic. Coming up in a few minutes, the latest on LeBron James. And, man, we need to give a shout-out to a couple of the players of the 76ers trying to do their part in landing King James. But there was a pretty big update in terms of the teams and the interest level from LeBron James. We'll get to that in a few minutes. But, of course, we're still reacting to yesterday's All-Star game. The entire week, right? The home run derby that took place on Monday, All-Star game last night.
The draft was this weekend, which was
man.
60% more attendance than ever before.
It's unbelievable. I mean, Philadelphia deserves a celebration. Ignore any nonsense that somebody's trying to say for clicks, or ignore any nonsense from somebody that wasn't here and all they did was tune into a game and hear boos, and it's like, there's horrible Philadelphians. Like, it was a great experience. We were really lucky to see it last night. Everybody that enjoyed the home run derby Monday night, it was a great. I mean, Philadelphia's been on the spotlight this year, which is well deserved. So, a couple of our questions for you off of baseball and off of the All-Star game. Man, yesterday we talked about in the opening segment. If people missed it earlier, good morning. There was a kid that sat behind John and I, and we don't know where he was from because that'd be a weird question to ask. But the kid was wearing all-star, like an all-star hat, 2026 all-star hat, 2026 all-star shirt. He was not wearing like a team gear, so we don't know where he's from. Kid knew every player, booed Kyle Schwarber, so he was not a Phillies fan, but he knew every player, relievers, everything for both sides. And I'm like, that's awesome to see.
He knew more than I knew.
I mean, and look, that was me as a kid, right? Like, I was obsessed. The Sports Illustrated for
crazy.
Kids edition that I would get every year that would have the full rosters. Like, I basically heard myself behind me, right? It was almost like I was having some weird out-of-body experience hearing this kid with his dad talking about random players, and his dad's going, how do you know these guys? Like, my dad was the same way. Like, how do you know all this stuff? Like, I heard myself, and the Sandlot thing that they did yesterday on the field, and I'm like, man, baseball is a kid's game, and it's great to hear that there's youthful energy, not only with the sport, but the viewership. Like, it's starting to grow again. And there's a chance that there's no baseball next year. And if that happens, how much would that damage your interest, re-interest, like renewed interest, renewed love of the sport? Because Philadelphia's been good the last couple of years, at least in the regular season. How much would a potential lockout/strike impact your feeling toward baseball? I'm a sucker, John. Like, the second baseball comes back, I'm back in.
They know they got me. I'm one of the sheep.
Yes, me too.
They might as well shear me.
Right.
Because I'm one of the sheep. I came back every single time. And I never, though, bluffed and said, I'm not coming back.
Right.
And I remember doing sports talk radio during that and talking to people going, you'll be back. You'll be back. You say you're not coming back, you'll be back. Every one of the sports that has had a strike or a lockout has set attendance records after.
Right.
So the fans always come back. Sometimes it takes a while, but they always come back.
But it takes some time.
It does.
And by the way,
and it's damage.
You
It's
can come
damage.
back, but like the viewership numbers might not right away. You're finally gaining momentum, right? Like, you're gaining momentum. I love Mason Miller talked about. We read his quote yesterday before the home run derby. A lot of the players were being interviewed, and Mason Miller was like, "Look, the sport's in a great place right now. And it's building a lot of momentum. It would cripple us if we stopped playing." And I'm glad that there's a very big name, high profile player saying that. Sure, is Mason Miller probably the side of the players and not the owners? Absolutely. But I'm glad that there's somebody that realizes, hey, we need to keep playing or this could really impact us, both parties. It could impact the owners' pockets too.
I don't think it's going to be the owners just have the much deeper pockets. I don't think it's going to be as much of a problem for them. But for the players, it's just the perception of you're playing a kid's game. They're the ones who take more of the bullets. It's not fair.
Right.
But both sides have errors. Both sides make mistakes in these negotiations. There's not one good side, bad side. There's not one right answer, wrong answer. There's a little bit of blame to go around, but the players always end up getting the black eye. They always end up in the long run getting the black eye because players start talking.
Right. And we also say,
go off
what are
script.
you complaining about? You
Correct.
get to play baseball for a living.
And they go off script. The owners rarely ever go off script.
Yeah.
You don't see an owner start going off and start talking on their own. Players start going on social media, start talking, and then that's where the problems are.
Yeah. MCMC on our YouTube chat. I'll watch next time there's baseball, but he won't re-up his ticket plan, right? He's going to say, look, I'll still watch because I love the sport of baseball, but I'm not going to go out there and buy tickets.
Sure he will.
Eventually.
Yeah. Well, that's what I say. Eventually he will. He may stop for a while, but every sport that has had a lockout or a strike, it's a fact. They've all set multiple attendance records after.
Okay.
So the fans always come back. Fans always say, I'm never coming back. I'm never going to do that again. They're not getting my money. I'll find something better to do with my time. They always come back. Now, it doesn't mean they're coming back in 1 year, though.
Right.
They could come back in 5 years, come back in 6 years. Who knows? But they always come back. And I'm one of the sheep that comes back immediately.
Oh, I'm coming back. I'll be counting down the days, man.
We're the ones that they count on.
Yeah.
And honestly, we're part of the problem.
They completely screwed up the return from COVID. Remember all that? Like they were supposed to be the first sport back, and then it kept on getting delayed and delayed and delayed. And you know what? First pitch, game one, I was still locked in, man.
Was it 50 or 60 games?
They played 60 games.
60 games.
But they were supposed to be the first sport back, and then they just kept on kicking the can down the road. And then MLS came back before baseball did. So look, they screwed themselves up, man. But
Well, there was a lot of misinformation that people were out of, and I truly believe there are a lot of people who have different theories which I think are ridiculous in my opinion. I think that I think that out of an abundance, people were trying to be overly cautious. They were
Sure.
scared. People were scared.
Yeah, it was a scary time.
And it was and they're scared and they didn't understand and they thought you needed to do things. They thought you needed to do all these things. And so they didn't come back. I mean, we lived totally different lives during COVID.
But it
The
was,
two of us.
look, they get in their own way, man, and hopefully they don't do that this time around. Also, a lot of people had a similar reaction during that game yesterday. That was a dud. Wow, this feels like Red October. Are we so broken that come this October, we can't just focus on the here and now? Will we constantly be thinking back of our mind the way it's ended the last 3 years? Let's check the Davis Honda text line here in a second, 610-632-0975. It's also a debate day Wednesday. Send in your debates. We'll talk about LeBron here in a moment, but we do have a poll of the day brought to us by Dr. Alan Appel and the team at Iron Mountain Men's Health. We went dueling polls yesterday. We had so many polls yesterday. Dr. Alan Appel was working overtime. What do we got this morning?
Yeah, I think this will be an interesting one. Our question today, what is your biggest takeaway from last night's All-Star game? Two options. The presentation was awesome or the game was boring. 51% of our responders are saying the game was boring. 49% are saying the presentation was awesome.
Wow, it's split.
If you were in the building, the presentation was awesome.
And I think that's a big part.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
I think it was maybe the most incredible I've ever seen. And I've been to many Super Bowls. It was as good, if not better, than any of them.
Yeah.
It was
Like,
unbelievable.
it was special. Like,
You
it
said
was special.
at one point, Andrew goes, before the game starts, he's like, you were like, this is like a floor show.
Yeah, it's like an advertisement. There's things everywhere, man. Which
There was stuff going on. That was
I knew
incredible.
that going in. Like, I knew it would be like that, but I didn't know the magnitude of it. Like, there was signs the official wine of Major League Baseball. I'm like, oh yeah, of course. Like,
I didn't know there was an official wine.
I didn't even hear the company. But like there was so much going on yesterday. And for a day where I don't have to worry about, can they hit a left-handed pitcher, even though a lot of the guys couldn't on the Phillies.
There's a lot of
yesterday.
right-handed pitchers they couldn't hit either.
It was nice to just be like a kid in a candy store, and it was really cool yesterday. All right, Sham Charania, the latest on LeBron James. We're going to do this, it seems like, every single day now. What's the latest you're hearing on the LeBron front? And, the last big report was the voice memos. This one finally had a bit of a newsworthy report from Shams. Take a listen.
My understanding is right now, as we speak, LeBron James has the information that's needed to make a decision. It's decision time right now for LeBron James. Team presidents, GMs, they're all talking to Rich Paul here again this week. They've made all their pitches. LeBron James has listened to multiple voice notes delivered to him by Rich Paul from other owners and presidents from teams that are trying to give him their best pitch. And the feel is that those 5 teams remain in the mix, but a focus on Cleveland, Miami, and Philadelphia.
A focus on Cleveland, Miami, and Philadelphia. So, look, if he's still thinking, I want to try to win a championship, Western Conference is not going to happen. And the Golden State dream of him and playing with Steph, like it's not going to happen. They're not going to win anything. You could make a case for Cleveland and Miami. We will continue to say it over and over again. Philadelphia has the best chance if he's signing with a team to win a championship. It's Philadelphia. It's up to him to decide what he truly wants. Does he want to go back home to Cleveland? Does he want to try to right the wrongs of Miami?
But
I know that's talked about.
The thing is, he already did
The Cleveland thing, you're right.
and he did the Miami thing. He delivered for Miami. He delivered for Cleveland. So do you want to go back and do that again? Because if you don't deliver this time, you sort of diminish a little bit of what you did the first time. Why wouldn't you go to Philly? Why sully what you've already done successfully in Cleveland and Miami? I don't get that. Plus, no one can make the case to me. And I don't know if one of our callers could, one of our emailers or whatever, could make the case to me that you could say that Cleveland or Miami has a better chance to win if LeBron was added to their roster than in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
And you know what? That's a big point because here's the deal. The fact that he still mentions the Sixers, it's great that the Sixers are still mentioned because here's what LeBron James is doing. He's bouncing around in his head what he wants, right? Like, do I want to do Cleveland again and go back home and, the Akron thing? Do I want to go to Miami because, Miami's nice, but it's also, do I go back to, I have a lot of respect for Pat Riley in that organization. the Sixers, there's no attachment. There's no ties, right? He has no ties with Philadelphia. We know his ties with Cleveland and Miami because he's played there. He's from one. He's played in both. There's no ties with the Sixers. The fact that the Sixers are still on this list, to me, is a really big deal because he's actually contemplating, do I want to really try to win a championship? That's a big deal for me. And shout out to Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, and Jaylen Brown. Dave McMiniman, who joined us last Friday and really made me think that there's still a legitimate shot the way he was talking about it.
He certainly made us feel that way.
And we know he's very close to that camp. He put out a story yesterday on ESPN.com that Maxey, Embiid, and Jaylen Brown have all been in communication with LeBron James. Tyrese Maxey's led the charge. There's the connection with the Clutch Sports, and they've known each other for a while. But they've all put their name out there and have all reached out to Joel Embiid. I don't know if it's the voice memo. I don't know if it was an actual phone call. I don't know what it was. But I give those – look, it's not hard to do it. So you might say, oh, well, of course they should do that. I don't know if everybody does that. Like, Jaylen Brown might not do it. He's bouncing all over around the world. Joel Embiid might say, screw that. I don't want to text this guy. If he wants to come here, wants to come here. I give those guys credit for being a part of this, Johnny.
It would be, come on, commit. What would Joel sound like?
Come play with us.
Come play with us. I promise I will be in shape.
This is my city.
I promise I will not take as many days off. What's his pitch? I would
First of all, I ain't no bitch.
I would like to know
that's
what
how the text
I'd like
led.
to know what his pitch is. Like, what's the pitch? I promise it'll be different this time. Like, Tyrese Maxey can make the pitch, and I totally believe his pitch. Joel, I don't believe his pitch. What's he going to sell me on?
Well, the Olympics, we won a gold medal together in France. You needed me in a pretty big game, and I stepped up for you there.
Yeah.
Look, the pitch could also
we
be
talk
the
about
pitch could be
Joel
this-
and that. We talk about Joel and that gold medal team a lot more than the rest of the country
Yeah, I
talks
got
about.
you.
When they talk about that gold medal team, Joel's an afterthought. Not here, but Joel's an afterthought when it's talked about.
Because we know ball, the rest of the world doesn't.
Exactly. No, we're trying to find anything we can to get
The
Joel
pitch
credit.
might also not just be, hi, I'm Joel Embiid. This is what I can do. The pitch can be, look, I've been in this city for 10 years. They're going to freaking love you. You're going to love it here. The pitch doesn't just have to be basketball
That's
X's
the
and
truth.
O's. The
That's
pitch,
the
the
truth.
pitch can be, dude, you will be. Joel Embiid could literally text LeBron James and go, yo, dude, I got this city by the you-know-what. As long as I play 3 straight good basketball games, I got the meaning out of the palm of my hand. Imagine if you come here.
Does he, though?
Dude, anytime Joel Embiid puts up 30 points, that building goes off.
I think Joel's going to be the 4th most popular player without LeBron being here. I think that Jaylen Brown will be more popular. I think Tyrese Maxey will be more popular, and VJ Edge could be more popular.
Could be.
I think people have the fatigue. It's not that it's anti-Joel.
Right. It's just
Joel
he's been here
fatigue.
forever and they haven't won.
It's Joel fatigue.
Yeah.
It's not a negative where they're like, oh, he's a bum, he's awful, whatever. But I just think that people are tired of it. Whereas to me, Joel, I think that I think he has to make a pitch that says something to LeBron that this is going to be a little different. I'm feeling great. I've been working out more. I've taken some weight off.
Sure.
He has to convince him of something because, remember, LeBron James is maniacal with his preparation level, his competition level. That's not something anyone says about Joel Embiid. The maniacal work ethic, like LeBron's crazy. He's crazy trying to compete.
First one in, last one out, all that kind of stuff. But I'm glad that the three of them are getting together to try to get him here because, again, if it depends on what LeBron James truly wants. And one of the things that Dave McMiniman mentioned was being loved and appreciated, which he would get that going back to Cleveland. He would get that going back down to Miami.
Miami's just a lifestyle choice.
But you get love and appreciation here and the best chance to win.
I mean, Miami is a lifestyle choice. That would be just waking up in paradise weather.
Yeah, playing golf whenever he wanted to. All that kind of
and that's
stuff.
a big draw.
Connor, what did you feel a certain type of way when all those reports came out yesterday? Or are you just kind of waiting at this point?
I'm kind of waiting. I can't make real heads or tails of it because what we've heard is everything that fits with Philadelphia, right? If you believe what the reporting is, he should be here already. Best chance to win, he wants to win. He wants to be competitive. He wants a culture he can uplift, all of this stuff. There's connections here left and right with Gansey and Myers and Maxey and all of these dudes, right? So ultimately, it's inside the brain of LeBron James, and I have no idea what that thought is. So all of this reporting to me, I like the new information. I think these guys know stuff, but I don't think that precludes LeBron from just waking up one day and saying, you know what, Cleveland, and that's it.
Now, Brian Windhorst reported Saturday that he thought Cleveland was out. And then now, I guess Shams is saying Cleveland's in.
It's going to be like this until he makes the decision.
But I'm surprised that Windhorst was like, nah, Cleveland's doesn't appear to be in. And then now Shams is like, no, Cleveland's in.
Yeah.
It seems very wishy-washy. I expect a decision today or tomorrow.
I do not.
I do.
Post All-Star game.
Because there's no sports. And he's doing Fanatics Fest tomorrow.
Yeah, that doesn't feel like he's going to announce it at Fanatics Fest, right? Like, that'd
Why
be a
wouldn't
weird
he?
place to...
That's what KD did, didn't he? Isn't that where
Did he?
the trade went down for KD?
Maybe something like that. Who
I don't
knows, dude?
remember.
Who
And
knows?
by the way, why is KD, and by the way, people were asking, the long pants, the zipped up jacket.
Yeah, wild move,
and
man.
a ski cap.
It was toasty out there.
It was like
yesterday.
90-something degrees last
I saw a guy in jeans.
Oh,
we
no, we did.
were waiting in line
Black
for
jeans.
a beer, and I saw a guy
Black
in
jeans.
tight, skinny black jeans. I'm like,
skinny jeans,
oh,
which,
it's
by the way.
100 degrees outside, man. Like, let the dogs breathe, man.
And the skinny jeans, by the way, it's not 2023. I mean, it's like it's time to put those up on the shelf.
They still go strong.
They really don't.
All right,
They really don't.
Connor, hit us with a text on the Davis Honda text line. Feel the Davis difference. Check them out in Burlington. What do we got?
All right, we have people checking in on the LeBron James conversation. This texter says, I don't want to hear that LeBron is so loyal to his home of Cleveland. He left there twice. At the end of the day, it may not be the Sixers, but don't try to sell me on this big Cleveland loyalty.
I mean, he doesn't. Yeah, he is kind of loyal to Cleveland. He goes back. He does all that stuff. He doesn't have to play there. He did go back at one point. He signed a max contract earlier. How long did he play in Cleveland? I mean, the guy's been playing for 20-plus years. More than half his career was in Cleveland. Well, I got you. But if he comes here, man,
Oh, my God.
this place would go nuts, dude.
This city would love him unconditionally.
Yes, absolutely. All right, coming up next, we will get more of your texts. Debate Day Wednesday, latest debates that you've been having with your buddies at the bar. John's got a couple in the DMs too, so we'll check those. Also, yesterday we made very little of the top 10 off-ball linebackers via the executives, coaches, and scouts poll that Jeremy Fowler puts together. But maybe today we'll make something of this position group. Wide receivers. Did Devontae Smith make the top 10? What about an old buddy of ours? Did he make the top 10? We'll tell you coming up next. It's Kincade Salciunas, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
A pitcher's duel in the All-Star game. I'm Connor Thomas, and that's what you saw last night, at least from the American League side. They shut out the National League 4-0 in the Midsummer Classic at the bank last night. Cody Bellinger took home MVP honors with the 2 RBI night. It was a rough night for the Phillies representatives, as none of Schwarber, Harper, or Marsh recorded a hit. Christopher Sanchez allowed 3 of the 4 runs the National League gave up. Despite the performance, Kyle Schwarber still talked after the game about the great job Philadelphia did of being the host.
This is definitely number one for me. It's one that I'm going to remember for a long time, the rest of my life. And we're proud to be representing this organization and our fans. And this whole summer has been pretty unbelievable here.
The Phillies have today off, and they'll be back in action tomorrow night, starting a series against the Mets to begin their post-All-Star break portion of the schedule. The trade deadline just a couple of weeks away as well. The Sixers fell to the Rockets 90-64 at Summer League action yesterday. Still no news on LeBron James' decision on where he will play this year, but we're going to be watching it closely. We're officially 2 weeks out from the Eagles' first training camp practice as football season continues to draw closer, and the favorite is out in the World Cup. France lost 2-0 to Spain yesterday afternoon. England plays Argentina in the other semifinal today at 3 p.m. Adam Schefter joins us coming up at 8:05. Jason Martinez at 9:10. This update's brought to you by the Macom Group. They support contractors with one of the largest PVF inventories, from pipe, valve, and fittings to trusted brands. Count on the Macom Group to help you stay on schedule. Visit MacomGroup.com today. I'm Connor Thomas on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic.
Weekdays with Marks. Now more of Kincade and Salciunas.
97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
7 a.m. hour is brought to you by the BetParks online casino and sportsbook app. Live bet sports on the BetParks app. Play all your favorite casino games. There's always another way to win on the BetParks online casino and sportsbook. Got to be 21 in Pennsylvania, Jersey, or Maryland. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All right, real quick, Connor, do you have something John Gruden related in today's headlines?
I do not.
All right, in a few minutes.
We had fun with him last year.
Yeah, he was great down in Tampa. I don't know if I am completely out or completely in. I can't tell, and I'll need your help. You guys can help me decide.
Wow, okay.
We'll do that in a few minutes. But I saw the top 10 wide receivers list, Johnny and Connor.
Okay,
Have you guys checked
I
yet?
purposely did not look at it because I'd like a natural reaction.
All right, so we made a big deal of the quarterback one on Monday. Plenty to react to. Jalen Hurts being the 17th best wide quarterback in the National Football League, according to the executives, coaches, and scouts. Eagles had fared pretty well in these, right? I know that was the big one that a lot of people reacted to, but 2 top 10 offensive tackles, 2 top 10 defensive tackles, 2 top 10 corners, the number 3 running back in the National Football League, Zach Bond, 4th off-ball linebacker we found out yesterday. So the Eagles have fared really, really well. So Devontae Smith is now the number 1 wide receiver of the Philadelphia Eagles. And when I mentioned going into the break, where is our old friend ranked? Of course, I was talking about A.J. Brown. Do you guys want to guess A.J. Brown first before we go Devontae Smith? Where do you think A.J. Brown comes in on this list?
Honorable mention.
9.
Well, you hit the number right on it.
I
number
did?
9.
Okay.
Connor, bad listener. Jeremy Fowler did say to us a while ago that he was still going to be considered a top 10 wide receiver when he was doing the polling.
He did say that.
He said it on the show. Bad listener, Connor Thomas.
No, he did say that.
He said A.J. Brown is still going to come in as a top 10 wide receiver. All right, so he's at number 9. Where do you think his teammate ranked, former teammate ranked, I should say, because Devontae Smith and he are no longer teammates. Where do you think Devontae is?
He's got to be lower then, so honorable mention or also receiving votes.
Do you think he's lower?
No, I think he's 8. I'm going to go 8.
I would think that he would be voted lower.
I'm going to go 8.
Well, Connor is correct. How about not even an honorable mention, Devontae Smith?
Wow.
So your top 10, and look, wide receiver is one of those positions where I'm going to rattle off names, and you're going to be like, oh, my God, these guys
Okay, let's go down
freaking
him.
good.
Let's go down him.
Jamar Chase, number 1. Justin Jefferson, number 2.
Spectacular.
I mean, Jackson Smith and Jigba's number 3. And the dude was a stud last year,
That doesn't
right?
make any sense that he's 3.
I mean, it does, but
I
it's
don't
just
think
it just shows how deep this position is right now. Puka Nacua is 4, Amon-Ra's 5, CeeDee Lamb is 6, George Pickens 7. So the Cowboys have both 6 and 7. Nico Collins of the Texans, very underrated, I think.
That's high for him.
In the world.
That's
but
high for him.
The execs understand how good he is. He's 8th. A.J. Brown 9th. Devontae Adams is 10th. Honorable mentions. Despite not playing like it all last year, Malik Neighbors is 11.
Oh, give me a break.
Mike Evans is 12. Zay Flowers is 13.
Zay Flowers.
Tyreek Hill, not even on a team, 14.
Give me a break.
Drake London, 15. Jameson Williams, 16.
No.
All right. Also receiving votes. Hurts was 17. Is Devontae Smith 17? No. Alec Pierce is. Then T. Higgins at 18. DK Metcalf at 19.
Okay, dumb.
Scary Terry at 20.
Dumb.
Garrett Wilson at 21. And finally,
Dumb.
at 22, ahead of Lad McConkey and Brian Thomas Jr., number 22, Devontae Smith. That's low, dude.
Dumb.
That is low.
Dumb,
I don't
dumb,
agree with that at all. I know I'm not a football guy. I know I'm not an executive or a coach or a scout. I think Devontae Smith, after this season, will make a lot of people look foolish. I think there's a lot of people that probably think he's benefited from being with A.J. Brown, much like how that's the saying for Jalen Hurts. He's benefited with the talent around him. I think Devontae Smith is a bona fide number 1 wide receiver in the National Football League. I have not even wavered from that opinion.
You have not wavered at all on that. I need to see that,
That's fair.
but I'm a fan.
22.
That's a joke. That is a joke.
Look, there again. The position is deep.
Terry McLaurin?
Yeah, that's
No.
maybe 5 years ago. Same with DK Metcalf.
Terry McLaurin is 31?
Yes.
Is he?
Yeah.
31?
He's 31 because ESPN did a breakout player for each team, and somehow Terry McLaurin was the
Terry
breakout
McLaurin. Is
player.
Terry McLaurin averaged like around is he 1,000-yard receiver? He's like a 1,000-yard receiver, 900-yard receiver?
Yeah, usually.
I mean,
Down year last year because of the injury, but he had 1,000 yards in 5 straight seasons.
okay. But like just like 1,000.
Yeah.
Like scraped.
Yeah, he has
5.
never surpassed 1,200 yards.
Okay. I don't think Terry McLaurin's a better wide receiver than Devontae Smith. I don't. That's just me. And I like Terry
I would take Devontae Smith over,
I like
over
Terry McLaurin.
Look, I like Zay Flowers a lot, but Zay Flowers
I don't
puts
think
up,
Zay Flowers
he
is
puts
better.
up goose egg nights, dude. Like,
I don't think Zay Flowers is a better wide receiver.
no. Like,
really don't.
It's interesting. Look, now I think Drake London is underrated in this
Drake
list, and he's an
London-
honorable mention. I don't know who you're taking out of the top 10, right? Like, that's the hard thing. With wide receiver, unless you think A.J. Brown's no longer a top 10 wide receiver, it's hard to find a guy that you could take out. Quarterback, we did the anyone from 8 to 17 is interchangeable. I think it's kind of hard to take out somebody from the wide receiver list in the top 10, but Devontae Smith being 22 is egregious.
I don't believe that that he is a top 10 wide receiver.
All right, then who would you replace him with? London, I guess?
Drake London, I think, is a better wide receiver than A.J. Brown. Give me the numbers in the low teens.
Neighbors, Evans, Flowers, Tyreek Hill.
When I see it.
Right. The injury last year, what are you going to do? And then Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill when he's playing.
Yeah.
I mean, when he's playing is better than A.J. Brown.
Yes. Oh, Tyreek Hill. If Tyreek Hill never
He's
got
better
hurt,
than A.J. Brown.
he's a top 10 wide receiver. Yes, and he's not in the top 10 because of the injury last year. But Devontae Smith, I must be missing something, or I overvalue him. I don't know. Like 22 is low, dude. Like
that's bad.
That's really low.
That's bad.
All right. On a podcast with Ira Kaufman. Do you know who Ira Kaufman is?
Yeah, he's from Tampa.
Yes.
He's a sports writer in Tampa, covers the Buccaneers. He's a great writer.
He does a show on
Great writer.
WDAE
Correct.
in Tampa, but he also
the sports animal.
How about that?
That is the sports animal. I've always told Connor he likes the nice weather. The sports animal.
There you go, Connor. He also hosts the Ira Kaufman podcast.
He's good.
And on the Ira Kaufman podcast, he had John Gruden as a guest. And John Gruden told him he wants to be a play-by-play guy in football.
What?
He doesn't want to be a color analyst. He said, quote, Frank Gifford, he transitioned into the play-by-play role. I would like to transition. I had 9 years of watching these guys, like Mike Tirico, because he was the color analyst for all those guys. And I'd like to give that a shot, man. Of course, is how the sentence ended. It would either be, because his football intellect is there, but can he handle play-by-play duties? Like, I'm calling him a clown in, like,
the good way.
And yeah.
No, we enjoyed hanging out with Coach down in Tampa.
But he's a clown. I can't see him being a play-by-play guy unless there's a different gear to John Gruden that nobody knows about. You can't have the veins popping out of your forehead when you're doing play-by-play.
Well, Gus Johnson does.
Yeah, but he at least knows how to. I don't know.
No, he doesn't.
I can't see the guy being a play-by-play guy. I just can't see it.
No, yeah, analysts, yes. Play-by-play, no.
Like, yeah, do the spider 2-wide banana where he's putting the banana in the smoothie thing. Like, do all that kind of stuff. But I can't see
if he
him.
lets
Third and 7. He would be a one-man. He'd be Tom McGinnis for football. He'd be doing both.
Okay. Chris Myers.
Yes. He's probably better than Chris Myers.
Would you rather hear Chris Myers do a game, or would you
No,
rather
I'd rather hear John Gruden.
Correct. I mean, Chris Myers in his day,
sure,
fine. You'd like, I'm trying to think of who are the last guys.
Yeah,
that are on the
D team. Yeah,
the worst. I'd rather hear John Gruden try a game and see what he can do. Play-by-play's hard.
It's
really
absolutely
hard. It is really, really hard.
I just don't would he have a color analyst, or would he be? Because part of me feels like he'd be debating
It would end up being like a debate. Like, what are you talking about,
Well,
man?
a lot of these college programs, they have one broadcaster
Right.
who does play-by-play in color himself.
So maybe he would do both?
I don't know, but I don't know that anybody would give him that responsibility. I don't think anybody is giving him that opportunity. Not one of the major networks. No.
Mike wants to know how he's a clown. It's just Gruden. Like, do you watch him at all on any video that he's been a part of?
He is a clown. He loves to clown around, and clown around we're saying it in a positive way. He loves to clown around.
Yeah.
He's not serious, and I think you'd have to be more serious.
Yeah, unless
he did coach for a while in the
but
National Football League. Though.
I mean, they literally call him Chucky. Like, he was like a lunatic. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying he doesn't know the game.
I'm sure he could lock in. He just doesn't feel play-by-play.
Dude, I've watched him do those quarterback videos. He doesn't even lock in there. He's asking for the cadence.
I love the quarterback video room where he's there with the whiteboard down in Tampa.
Talking about small hands.
I love that stuff, but I'm a dork. Like I love to watch that. I think that's really, really cool to watch.
I just don't know I can't tell if that'd be enjoyable or not.
I think it'd be enjoyable. Sure, because look, there's a lot of some of these play-by-play. Look,
yeah.
Look, I love him as a talk show host. Love him as a Sports Center anchor. Hate him as a play-by-play guy. Rich Eisen.
Oh, yeah.
Rich Eisen was terrible doing play-by-play. Terrible.
And he would do the London games.
And Rich Eisen is freaking great as a talk show host, as a Sports Center anchor, as an interviewer. But as a play-by-play guy, horrendous. Like horrendous. I hated it. So not everybody can do it. It's really hard. It's really hard. I don't even want to do it. I know I don't want to do it.
All right, coming up next, we have today's headlines. Also, we'll get a debate day topic in there. Debate day Wednesday. Text in the debate that you're having with your buddies at the bar, golf course, whatever, family, you name it, 610-632-0975. We'll check that. And then it's today's headlines with Connor Thomas, all here on 97.5 The Fanatic. All right, let there be goals this summer, all right? Because the more goals means the more chances of you getting a payout, and the more goals means I'm a little bit more interested. On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel, in partnership with Valley Forge, is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Well, not anymore. FanDuel's got the super sub, man. If your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. If your player leaves the match, your bet will continue on with the substitute, which means you're in the game until the very final whistle. All you got to do is visit FanDuel.com/local to get started now. That's FanDuel.com/local. And if you're somebody like me who is an expert of soccer every 4 years and you place a bet and then they get subbed off and you're like, oh, damn, my bet's over. I have nothing else to watch for. Not anymore. FanDuel Super Sub continues the bet till the final whistle. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. You got to be 21 plus. Present in Pennsylvania. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hall of Fame. The Fanatic.
All right, 7:47 here on Kincade Salciunas 97.5 The Fanatic. We have today's headlines with Connor Thomas coming up here in a moment. It is an Adam Schefter Wednesday coming up at 8 o'clock.
We might have to get a letter from him.
We'll see.
We're hoping.
We'll see.
Jason Martinez is going to reschedule with us, Connor. He had a conflict pop up, so he is going to reschedule with
Not
us.
that our phones work anyway. Just another day in paradise. All right, before we get to today's headlines.
Yes.
Do we have any debate day? The text line still works. Thank God, Davis Honda text line. I mean, thank God for Davis Honda. You can feel
Davis Honda
difference.
does a
Check him out in
fantastic
Burlington.
job.
You know, Davis Honda is pulling more weight than phone companies. What do we got?
So our only debate day question so far is from Daniel, and he checks in and he asks, how's it pronounced, Caribbean or Caribbean?
Caribbean.
It's depending on how I feel that day.
It is
Yeah, it
the
does.
Caribbean Sea.
How do you explain the Pirates?
As someone who is married to a woman from the Caribbean,
You're married to
And
somebody
who's-
from Jamaica?
married to a Caribbean into a Caribbean family, it's the Caribbean Sea. We are not. Caribbean.
I say Caribbean,
It's Caribbean.
but as a kid, because of the Pirates of the Caribbean,
It's not that.
I used to say Caribbean, but I have.
Or Billy Ocean, Caribbean Queen.
Oh yeah, he doesn't help there.
Yeah, he doesn't help that either.
But now as a two-time attendee of the Caribbean,
it's
it is
the Caribbean Sea. Yes. Say it properly.
Yeah, sometimes you just like to switch it up a little bit, keep people on their toes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like
saying
pecan.
like Malvern, Malvern.
Who says that?
Malvered.
Nobody's
Well, I'm
ever
saying,
said
Well,
Malvern.
I'm saying make something. You shouldn't say it when there's a proper way to say something. Say it the proper way. When there's a proper way to say something, just say it the proper way. It's the same thing. That is the exact same thing.
It's just people's accents. That's all.
No, it's not an accent.
Wooder. All right.
Woulda.
Time now for
Woulda.
today's
Woulda.
headlines with Connor Thomas.
Today's headlines with the Connor Thomas.
Winda.
It's brought to us by our friends over at Lundy Law. For over 70 years, Lundy Law has been fighting for injured people. If you need them, remember the name Lundy Law. Your injury lawyers. Visit LundyLaw.com. That's LundyLaw.com. Now, the All-Star Game, it was a great presentation last night. I'm glad you guys had fun. I hope everyone watching at home had fun as well. There was a little bit of a snafu with Kyle Schwarber, who is doing an on-mic interview. And with that comes the earpiece. And with playing baseball, sometimes the earpiece falls out, and then you get a hot mic situation. Take a listen.
You enjoying yourself this Philadelphia All-Star experience?
Whatever. Good. Came out.
Lost his earpiece.
Oops.
What?
It was not bleeped on the broadcast either, so that one went out. So it happens.
Yeah, I saw the video. He couldn't figure out the earpiece, and it fell out, and he's just like, all right, bleep it. But he was still on mic.
Well, it's like who was it the other night? It wasn't during the home run derby. Rizzo
Yeah.
cursing during the home run derby. Like, you don't need to do that.
Nah, he's with the guys, man.
No, you don't
part
need
of the part
you
of the
don't
crew.
need to, like, you don't need to do that. There's no reason to do that in a broadcast. But
Yeah.
that is Kyle's just that's an expletive.
Yeah.
That just came out.
that's just in the middle.
The thing
yeah,
pops
heat
out
of
of
the
his
moment.
thing
yeah.
pops out of his ear. That's just a heat of the moment.
Yeah, Rizzo
Something
can't do that
pops
because
out.
Rizzo's working as an analyst at the time. Kyle Schwarber's playing baseball.
Yeah, it's like
You
if
know.
we curse on air versus if a caller lets
Exactly.
one go. It's very, very
yeah,
different.
very different. Yeah.
And it's clear that Kyle wasn't trying to do it on purpose. It just is like, there we are.
All right, what else
He's
we got?
awesome.
Well, it's list season, isn't it, boys? And
Seems like
we've
it.
been
Hell yeah,
going
man.
through some good ones. You want a bad one?
Yes.
What is
Chris?
Devontae Smith 22nd wide receivers not bad enough?
No, this is about quarterbacks and not current ones. Chris Sims
Oh,
put out a
dude,
list
I
recently.
saw
Oh, well, then it's probably terrible.
Of the
Wait, you did not see this?
No.
Oh, I can't wait for your reaction.
of the all-time in their prime quarterbacks. So this
Okay,
is
all
Eddie-
time in their prime. Can I guess?
Sure, go ahead.
Montana, Elway, Marino.
None of those guys in the top three. So number
Whoa. Those three guys, none of them are in the top three? That is a horrendous list.
Montana didn't even make the top 10.
Elway and Marino should be in those top three.
Well, number one, naturally,
Brady.
is Peyton Manning. Number
That's-
two, Mahomes. Number 3, Aaron Rodgers. Number 4, John Elway. Number 5, Brett Favre. Number 6, Josh Allen. Number 7, Lamar Jackson.
What?
Number 8, Dan Marino.
Oh,
and
get out of
clocking
here.
in at number 9, right above number 10, Roger Staubach, is Tom Brady.
The greatest quarterback
That's
of all
so
time.
stupid.
Number 9.
That's so stupid. I didn't say Tom Brady because I thought by your tone that he left Tom Brady down, so I purposely didn't guess Tom Brady.
Ninth?
I figured that's stupid. But any list that doesn't have Dan Marino is behind Lamar Jackson, stupid. John Elway is ahead of
He's 4th.
Yeah, but he's behind Rodgers. Like
John
really?
Elway's behind Aaron Rodgers. Please give me a break. In what world, as you would say, Connor? In what world?
I don't know how Brady's like this guy.
What is? But you know what
No,
he
9.
wants.
Nine.
This is what he wants.
Yeah,
He's an engagement farmer.
and it's a shame because
He's an engagement farmer. That's what he is.
he is somebody that gives a lot of people in this industry a bad rep, right? Like I come on this airwaves every single day giving you my honest opinion, and sometimes my honest opinion is something that you don't want to hear. Like when I say the Eagles' Super Bowl chances died the day they lost to the Chicago Bears. Like I thought it was dead.
Right,
And-
you did.
and-
Or like I said last week that Christopher Sanchez didn't deserve to start the All-Star game.
Yeah, and then people go, "Oh my God, that's such a hot take," and it's like,
Yes.
well, no, it's an honest opinion. You just don't like hearing it. But it's guys like Chris Sims that there is no way after that list posted, he went to bed last night saying, great list. No, he was probably going,
That's what he wanted, though.
got him.
That's what he
Like,
wanted.
that's stupid. And it puts a bad name for everybody in this industry, and it's a shame. And,
Yeah, but and then what are we doing? We're giving him exactly what he wants.
yeah, he wins again, which is a horrific way of living life.
Winning.
I don't know that I'd call it winning, but he got what he wanted, so whatever. Stupid list. We'll move
That's
on.
a stupid list.
To a surprising result. The World Cup semifinal game 1 was yesterday. The favorites out. France losing 2-0 to Spain. Today we have Argentina facing England. We're all rooting for Argentina, right? Right?
I don't care.
No, why am I
You don't
rooting
want to
for
see England knocked out?
No, I'm rooting for one of our biggest allies.
See, this biggest allies England thing, man.
Look, we got Kieran on our YouTube chat, man. I'm
England-
Team Kieran.
England is one of our biggest allies. I'm rooting for England.
Now, look, would it be sick to watch Messi? Like, sure. Like, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but I mean, and Messi's great. I mean, I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm actually gonna make time to watch this.
Yeah, I don't really have a rooting interest.
I don't
I'll
really
say, but
either,
your disdain for England is.
Dude, they're the
What-
Dallas Cowboys of the international soccer scene.
No. Do you understand
Why
that?
do you say that?
Well, because a guy said that. Who was it? I forget who it was. I said his
No,
name.
but they are
I said his
every
name
year
correctly.
that the World Cup happens. Oh, it's coming home. It's never coming home.
Yeah, but dude, like, you understand that England has become like almost our cousins of Philadelphia sports fandom. Like, there's a whole Passyunk there's a lot of British Philadelphia
And
fans, man.
they love us.
Yeah, but it's here, and it's the 250th anniversary of us gaining our independence from them. I can't root for them. I'm sorry. Maybe that makes me a bad cousin to our
Do you realize what's
British
happened
fans.
in the 250 years since? They are one of our biggest allies.
Hey, once a rival, always a rival. I'm going Argentina today.
You're going to go Argentina. Now, I will say this. The women in the stands
Yeah, of course.
go Argentina all day long. All day long. Over the England women. Oof. Yes,
Wow.
go all day long.
God, that's wrong too.
No, it's the
Kieran's
Argentina
listening
women.
actively,
Well, come on.
and you just woofed.
Kieran would absolutely say the Argentina sideline. The cameraman will spend more time
God.
scanning those crowds.
I'm the only real ally to the Brits over there. All
All
right.
right, Benedict Andrew.
Let's just say Invisalign has not been heard of. Well, I mean, come on. Yeah, baby.
Kieran,
Yeah, baby.
I can't help these guys. All right, coming up next.
Adam Schefter via Zoom audio will join us.
No way.
Yes.
How about that?
How about that?
That's good work by figuring that out. So Adam Schefter will join us coming up next. Sigh of relief. We'll get into that coming up next. All kinds of Eagles and NFL-related topics your way next year with Adam Schefter on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now, on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
A bit of a slow All-Star game. I'm Connor Thomas, and the American League shut out the National League 4-0 in the Midsummer Classic at Citizens Bank Park last night. Cody Bellinger of the Yankees took home MVP honors with a 2 RBI night. It was a rough night for the Phillies representatives. Schwarber, Harper, Marsh, all hitless in the game. Christopher Sanchez, who started for the National League, did allow 3 runs. But despite that, Bryce Harper still talked after the game about the great job that Philadelphia did hosting all the activities.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they did an incredible job. Obviously, starting with the home run derby yesterday, and then obviously today, I thought they put on a great show. Really cool moment, kind of like the Sandlot there. Just a really cool opportunity to do that.
It was a great presentation, even if the game didn't have all that much juice. Now it's time for a sprint to the trade deadline. Phils are off today. They'll host the Mets starting tomorrow night. Sixers fell to the Rockets 90-64 in Summer League action yesterday. Still no news on LeBron James' decision on where he will play this year, but Philadelphia is still in the mix. We are officially 2 weeks out from the Eagles' first training camp practice, and the favorite is out of the World Cup with France losing 2-0 to Spain yesterday afternoon. England faces Argentina in the other semifinal at 3 p.m. today. Adam Schefter will join us coming up next to talk about the latest news around the NFL. I'm Connor Thomas on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Salciunas, 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
All right, it is 8 a.m. here on Kincade Salciunas, 97.5 The Fanatic. On this Adam Schefter Wednesday, we'll be joined by Shefty here momentarily via Zoom audio. Good work by Austin Jones getting this all figured out, and shout out to Shefty for making this happen too, because sometimes the phone lines don't work. So we'll speak with Shefty via Zoom audio.
Gonna zoom.
And look, we'll ask him about the ranking stuff. Does anybody really do the players actually care about this stuff? We'll talk to Shefty about that. Couple of things, but also the ESPYs are. Did it happen or today? All right,
Tonight's the ESPYs.
But they already gave out some awards.
Yeah, they give out some of the
other stuff.
I don't want to say not important ones, but
so
some of the smaller ones.
Jeffrey Lurie was named the Stuart Scott Inspire Award winner at the ESPYs.
Right.
And, I'm curious when we talk to Shefty how Jeffrey Lurie is looked at across football because, when we talk about football, we talk about players and we talk about GMs. We very rarely talk about owners. The owners that we talk about the most are the ones that it's Jerry Jones, right? He's the guy that we talk about the most because he wants to be talked about.
There's owners like that. I'm going back to one.
Right.
Arthur Blank.
Whereas Jeffrey Lurie
wants to be talked about.
Jeffrey Lurie
doesn't want to be talked about.
And he's amazing.
He's the best.
And we're so lucky to have him.
We are.
I wonder how like his peers view him, right? Because he's also not.
I think they're jealous.
He's not one of the richest owners. We went through this list randomly, like last year.
Wasn't he like 20th?
Something like that. Like he's not.
Well, he's still. It's like being
not one or two. Yeah, I know, I get it. But there are
like
owners that are richer that don't do the things that he do in terms of taking care of players, the signing bonuses, all that kind of stuff. Like we are so lucky to have Jeffrey Lurie as the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles.
We are. He's amazing.
We can debate about the stadium and how much that's for him personally and not for Philadelphia, not for the Eagles. But when it comes to the football team, man, like I know year in and year out, my team's got a chance. Like that's a beautiful thing, and it's because of him, and it's because of Howie, and it's because of that front office. It's great. All right, we'll talk to Shefty here in a moment. But yesterday, All-Star game, we've been reacting to it. If there is no baseball in 2027,
oh my gosh!
After we saw once again baseball being loved yesterday, cherished. That Sandlot thing that they did was one of the coolest things that we got to see in person, and I know it got rave reviews nationally from people watching it. And it goes to show you that baseball is so freaking loved still in this country, right? Not just in Philadelphia because the Phillies are good again. In this country, baseball is still loved, and there's such a romance with baseball. But if they have another lockout where they miss a lot of time, it's one thing to have a love affair when momentum is being built because the rule changes have absolutely helped the league and, there's been more interest and all kinds of stuff. But if they sit out because of dollars and cents again, Johnny, like...
Oh, they're going to.
You and I are back as soon as they start playing again.
Oh, we'll be there.
Connor's back as soon as they start playing again. But I don't know how many people are going to just be like, yeah, whenever baseball's playing, I'm back again. There might be people that are like, I'm going to take a break.
As I've said to you, for those who haven't heard it already, every sport that ever had a lockout or a strike has already set multiple attendance records since then. So the fans always come back. They say they're not coming back. They always come back. But it doesn't mean that they're coming back quickly.
Yeah.
It might take 5 years. It might take 8 years to rebuild the damage.
And is that good for baseball that's finally built back up recently?
It's not. Baseball's been on a heater.
Yeah.
I mean, baseball's been in a really, really good spot.
Helps that the World Series was freaking ridiculous last year. 7 games down to the final out.
Like the pitch clock.
Yeah.
The ABS system. The challenges, except for Bryce Harper, who has no awareness at all of how to use it. It's been great. It's been absolutely awesome.
Yeah, don't screw this up by
don't do it.
Dollars and cents that we will never see in our lives.
But also, don't bring it up like you're doing something for us.
Yeah, I hate that.
Don't the players love to try to align themselves, and they do it every single time.
Yep,
it's the oldest trick in the book. The players try to act like, well, we're fighting for you. We're fighting for you. This is part of it. We're fighting BS. They don't give a damn about you.
Yeah.
They don't give a damn.
Yeah, get this.
This is about them.
Out of here.
And by the way, I don't blame them for fighting for themselves. I'm not criticizing them for that. But don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining.
Yeah, no, it's
like
horrible.
I mean, you're not doing this for us. You're doing it for you.
Yeah.
So good. And by the way, I want you to. Everybody wants to go to work and get paid.
Yeah.
And so I have no problem with it. But don't try to portray it as we're doing it for you, fans. No, you're not.
But also, our other topic off of this, yesterday, you and many others said, man, this feels like Red October. The way the National League, which included a couple of players of the Phillies, just didn't perform on the biggest stage. And it made me ask, are we just so broken by the last couple of years of the playoffs, deservedly so, that we can't get that out of our minds even come this October? What do we have on the Davis Honda text line where you can feel the Davis difference? Check them out in Burlington.
Yeah, we have people checking in. A lot of people were upset about the Devontae Smith conversation as well.
Oh, Devontae Smith, in case you guys are just tuning in, comes in at number 22.
What a joke.
On the coaches and scouts and executive
Is that more
polls.
egregious than Hurts being 17? That's what one of my cousins wants to ask. And I think it is.
Yeah, because I'm not surprised by the Hurts one. This I was actually surprised by.
Yeah.
All right, hit us with one text.
All right, so this texter checks in, Josh and King of Prussia, that says, Smitty, Offensive Player of the Year incoming now. That kid is ready for the moment, is going to show the league why he's top 10, if not top 7, in my opinion.
All right, perfect timing with the text, because joining us now here on Kincade and Salciunas via the Zoom audio feed, John. So he's going to sound crystal clear. We're looking forward to it.
He should.
From ESPN.
With his fresh off his new contract.
Oh, congratulations to him. Maybe he'll help us out a little bit. From ESPN, joins us every single week at this time, our man Adam Schefter. Shefty, good morning.
What is going on, gentlemen?
How are you? Congratulations on that, by the way.
Congratulations to you. Still going strong. You're still in the prime of your career, Shefty.
Been doing it for 37 years. Get to do it a little while longer, so I'm very honored and blessed, and feel very fortunate to do what I love.
You're the LeBron James of NFL Insiders.
I heard Food Network made a run at him, and it was a strong. But Cartoon Network made a push for him, and he said, "No, I'm sticking."
That'll
with
be
ESPN.
his retirement gig.
He's pushing,
but right
for that.
now he's still in his prime.
That's awesome.
Shefty, so perfect time. You call in right when we started talking about the Devontae Smith ranking. So Jeremy Fowler, as he's been doing for couple of years now, the coaches, scouts, and executive polls, the top 10 players by position. The Jalen Hurts one obviously got a lot of conversation here in Philly because he came in at number 17. Devontae Smith, shockingly, at 22. When you talk to people around the league, does this even play a factor in anything, decision-making, players' mentality, you name it? Like, do guys really care about this stuff, or is this more so sports talk fodder in the month of July?
It's July 15th. We are 13 days away from having every team in camp. Teams are on vacation. It's a great time for Jeremy Fowler to put it out. Does a great job with it. But it comes out right now because, honestly, there's just not a lot else in football to talk about. So you're talking about it. Other people are talking about it. Other people are writing about it. And that's the idea of it for this time. If this kind of thing came out on November 2nd, I don't know that people will be spending a whole lot of time on it.
Do you put more credibility into a list where players are getting ranked by their peers or by executives and scouts?
I think there's both. You know, the players go against each other, but sometimes they're unaware. But they have an idea. They have a pretty good idea usually. It's kind of the way that I feel about Hall of Fame voting. You know, it should be a combination of both. You know, the players have gone up against the guys, and they know who's good to a large extent, but not fully. And the executive's job is to pay attention to all these things. So everybody's got a different perspective to offer.
Shefty, we were talking about it right before you got on. The ESPYs are going to be taking place tonight, but we had the Sports Humanitarian Awards take place yesterday, and Jeffrey Lurie wins the Stuart Scott Inspire Award. You know, you talk to people all across football. When people talk about Jeffrey Lurie outside of Philadelphia, what do they say about a guy that's been one of the most successful owners for a quarter of a century now?
Well, I think the great thing that he's done, obviously, he's built a winning football team, but his contributions to the autism community are off the charts. Yeah. And how much money have they raised? They've raised hundreds of millions of dollars, right? Yeah. And that may be as big a mark as he makes. And he's taken the large platform that he has, and he's used it for the greater good. And he's done a lot of great work. And I think that's obviously why he was honored yesterday with the humanitarian award from the ESPYs. He deserves it. He's worth all that, and has put a lot into the community and a lot into that particular cause. And you can't have anything but respect for him for all of that.
What is it that makes a great owner in the NFL for you? Like when you talk to executives that work for these guys, when you talk to players that play for them, what are the attributes that they speak of that say this makes a guy a great owner?
I think there are a few things. I don't know how you rank them, but I think that there's a culture that is instilled in the organization, first and foremost. It's one where we're going to do things first rate and first class and have a great organization. It's another thing to hold back no expenses, do whatever it takes, and give people whatever they need. I think those two things are key and would be near the top of any list. Creating a culture that people want to be in, and not holding back on resources given to an organization. And a lot of times that is in the form of money, spending on free cash for free agents, nutritional programs, all sorts of things like that. And you can quickly see which owners are spending on their organizations and which owners are taking the money and putting it in their pockets.
Yeah, absolutely, Shefty. Now, I know you talked about how lists don't really get much attention from the people inside football, but the Jalen Hurts one obviously caused a little bit of a firestorm here in Philly with him coming in at number 17. How much, I can't believe I'm asking this question, but there's a reason why he comes in at number 17. How much do teams value coaches, scouts, and executives intangibles versus ability? Because nobody's going to say that Jalen Hurts has the strongest arm. Nobody's going to say that he's the fastest runner. Nobody's going to say that he's the best thrower of a football. But the guy wins, and he seems to be a good leader, and guys follow him. So when they balance that out, how much does those two things come into account?
Well, I think it's all part of the makeup of an individual, and in this particular case, why you're asking where he's ranked. Now, again, it's really a reflection of performance last year. And so what this tells you is that the people that participated in this poll were unimpressed with the way that Jalen Hurts played last year. That's what it is. I mean, because let's be honest, if he plays the way he did 2 years ago, when Jeremy Fowler does that poll next summer, he'll be in the top 5-10 quarterbacks. So it's a referendum on his performance from last season. And those people are telling you that they were not impressed.
When you right now, when you look at where the Eagles team stands, and that's where we're getting out as we get closer to camp. It seems as if there's a lot of doubt in what they've got on the offensive side of the ball, and it seems like everybody believes that they're loaded on the defensive side of the ball when you see these lists. Do you look at them that way? I look at them as a loaded offensive team. I don't see these doubts that it appears that there's a lot of other people do. I think they had incompetent offensive coordinators 2 of the last 3 years.
Again, I think, as I've said, to me, the key to this team is going to be its offensive line. If the offensive line stays healthy, gets back to playing the way that it has in recent years, this team's going to have a strong season. If there are more injuries there, if those guys can't get through, if they don't perform up to the level that they have in the past, it'll be a good offense, but it won't be a great offense, and it won't be a great season. And Jalen Hurts may come in outside the top 15 again. So to me, it's all on that offensive line. There's so much there. Not only that, but no Jeff Stoutland this year.
Yeah.
Right? So that's even one more question to add on to the offensive line here. So they've got some ground to make up. They've got to stay healthy. And if they can do all that, again, this team should be just fine.
How quickly do you think we'll find out about the health of the offensive line? Because, it's one thing playing games. It's another thing they arrived at training camp, and my body's feeling great. Is that something that we'll hear in the next month or so, or do you think this is going to be a test of time over the course of the season?
Test of time. I think, if we're starting to see these guys, they're on the injury report on a weekly basis. They're questionable for Sunday. There are questions about each guy. And even missing time. Like, those are the things you don't want to see with that offensive line. They just don't. Those durability questions have come up, but they've been so good when they've been out there. Just got to be out there, and we'll see whether they can do that.
Okay, we are obviously still on a story that we talked about last week with you, sort of off topic. The LeBron James story.
Which, by the way, did you know that went viral?
Yeah, it went
Shefty,
viral.
Your
right.
hearings.
We're still on that story, and I got to ask you.
What did I say that went viral?
Well, just you talking about
Somebody told you keep an eye on Miami, the golf factor that you brought up, which I thought was a really smart thing to mention.
Which we all love golf, which is great. But I got to ask you is. Read between the lines for us who don't understand what your job is like in the NFL. We're waiting on bated breath every time we see one of these NBA people who does your job share information with us. What's the most important information we should be hanging on, and what's the more frivolous information in a story like this when a guy's getting ready to make a decision? What's the big information we should be waiting to, we should put more weight in?
it's a hard thing to say because every player's different, every story's different. It's the kind of thing. Having done this for a while, I would just tell you that as a reporter, you usually can feel it coming to the finish line, usually. And I don't know what Shams and Wendy and other people who cover the story are feeling and whether they feel like it's close. I've always felt like, just my perspective, uninformed, observing. Like, I feel like LeBron has had a pretty good idea of what he's going to do all along. Like, whether that's Miami or go back home to Cleveland, like, this isn't something that he's waiting to be hit by this morning with an epiphany. Oh, I'm going to go sign. I don't think. Like, you have a pretty good idea how these things could work out. And then sometimes they do change, of course, and circumstances change your thinking. But, I would bet you in January, February, he had an idea, like I'm leaving. This is my last year here. I could see me going to Cleveland. I could see me going to Miami or whatever it may be. So I just think it's probably further along in his mind than it is in the public. Like, everybody's waiting, wondering, raising this question. But we're not going to know that. He's a very smart guy. Like, he's not just waiting to wake up one morning. But I think it's there. I don't think. That's my 2 cents. Uninformed.
All right. Well, Shefty,
Thanks, Adam.
Are you still leaning Miami? Is that still what you're thinking?
Again, it's a pure guess. I come back to somebody at the start of free agency texted me, watch out for Miami. I'm watching out for Miami, but Cleveland wouldn't shock me either.
All right, Shefty.
We're hoping you say Philly.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, you didn't even mention Philly. That disappoints me, Shefty. Like, I need to hear you say maybe Philadelphia for me to be able to sleep tonight.
I mean, look, is there any doubt in your mind? You're a guy who really follows the NBA. If you added LeBron to Miami's roster, Philly's roster, Cleveland's roster, the Sixers have the best roster.
Right.
Do they not?
How does he fit there? How does it work with him playing there?
I think it works anywhere. I think LeBron James works with any team he plays for.
Okay. Then I'm not going to argue with that. Like, he's an unbelievable player, an all-timer. So you find a way. But chemistry, as we saw this year, is pretty important. And I just don't know how that will work. That's a lot of mouths to feed.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully it's Philly. We're look, I'm greedy, Shefty. I need it to happen.
Thanks, Adam.
Appreciate the time, man.
You want him.
Yes.
Oh, no, we want him badly.
Absolutely.
Yes,
really, 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 really bad. So let Shams know, and then Shams can let his camp know that Kincade and Salciunas really want LeBron James in Philadelphia.
And the quicker, the better. We'd appreciate it.
Fair enough.
Thanks, man.
All right. Thanks, Shefty. Thanks for coming on via the Zoom audio. We appreciate
Thank you, buddy.
it.
Of course, anytime. Thank you, guys.
There he is, Adam Schefter. We had some technical difficulties, but we were still able to have Shefty on.
That was
so
good.
our days can continue.
And he sounded
Johnny.
good,
Yeah.
fresh off of his nice new contract.
Yeah, I would sound good after that contract.
Okay, look, it's public record. Connor, you know what he went from?
I don't.
8.5 to 10.
He went from 8.5 to just below 10.
Okay.
What, 1,000?
I mean, I don't know if he's clipping coupons, but it's unbelievable.
Hey, look, guy works for it, man.
Hey,
Yeah, he deserves it.
He
Dude,
did.
Good for him, man.
The stuff they give up to be
remember-
insiders.
I remember when he was not in that role. I remember when he was in Denver. I mean, look, he's made it all himself. Good for him.
Good for him, man.
Congratulations.
All right, coming up next, we got more Eagles talk. We go from Shefty talking football to more football, Johnny, because I read an article from NBC Sports Philadelphia this morning, and I don't know how to feel about it. Dave Zangaro put together his 3 biggest concerns about the Eagles heading into 2026. And I think our answer will just have to play out. I'll explain more coming up next. Kincade and Salciunas, 97.5 The Fanatic.
And I'm going to tell you this. It is so important for you to worry about your money, to make plans for your money, to plan for your financial future. And Dan White & Associates, they want to help you be able to do it. Dan White & Associates has been doing that in the Philly area for around 40 years because they know that finances and retirement can be absolutely overwhelming. And the experts at Dan White & Associates can help you make sense of your unique situation. They host these educational seminars throughout Pennsylvania, Delaware, and Maryland. Let me be honest with you. They host great meals. and you can go and you can see a presentation, go hang out, have a great meal, get to meet their team, and then you can schedule your own complimentary no-risk consultation because everybody would like to have a private conversation about their money. The complimentary no-risk consultation is you and a member of their team, and you can discuss what you want to do, how you're going to be able to create income in retirement to support the lifestyle that you want to live. How are you going to stress test that retirement plan that you've already got in place? Or how are you going to be able to maybe set up some financial barricades so you do all the right things down the stretch? Dan White & Associates is going to help you out. Visit danwhiteandassociates.com on the web and tell them John Kincade sent you.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
A shutout win for the American League. I'm Connor Thomas, and the AL shut out the NL 4-0 in the Midsummer Classic at the bank last night. Cody Bellinger of the New York Yankees took home MVP honors with a 2 RBI single in the first inning. Yeah, low-scoring game. That'll get you MVP. It was a rough night for the Phillies representatives. Schwarber, Harper, Marsh, all hitless in the game. Christopher Sanchez allowed 3 runs in the first inning, starting for the National League. But despite the performance, Kyle Schwarber still talked after the game about how special of an experience it was.
This is definitely number one for me. It's one that I'm going to remember for a long time, the rest of my life. And we're proud to be representing this organization and our fans. And this whole summer has been pretty unbelievable here.
Now it's back to the real stuff. Well, they have the day off at least. The Phillies will start a series with the Mets tomorrow, but it's a sprint to the trade deadline as they continue to push towards the postseason. The Sixers fell to the Rockets 90-64 in Summer League action yesterday. Still no news on LeBron James' decision on where he will play this year. Adam Schefter doesn't know either, as we were just talking about him, but we'll keep an eye on it. And we're officially 2 weeks out from the Eagles' first training camp practice as football season continues to draw closer. The favorite is out of the World Cup with France losing 2-0 to Spain yesterday afternoon. England faces Argentina at 3 p.m. today in the other side of the semifinal matchups. I'm Connor Thomas on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Check out youtube.com/975 The Fanatic Philadelphia. More of Kincade and Salciunas coming your way now.
Nothing worse than people thinking they're more important than what they actually are.
Oh, my gosh.
I won't tell the full story.
Insiders.
But Connor, that guy would be dead to me if that was my quote-unquote
Insiders.
It didn't bother me at all.
Oh, God.
Insiders.
I hate people that think they're more important.
Oh, my gosh.
By the way, our show's the best show ever. And
By the way, we had a lot of fun. Meeting we met a lot of listeners yesterday.
Yeah, we're important people.
Between the casino, the walk to the to the game, in the stadium.
Our man AJ on the way out.
AJ was great. His poor fiance having to deal with us. You know, she has
she works for the Phillies.
She works for the Phillies. She doesn't have to.
She wasn't afraid to talk to us. You know,
she was great. She was awesome. She works for the Phillies, and she felt very comfortable talking to us.
How about that, Connor?
It was awesome.
All right. All right. NBC Sports Philadelphia, Dave Zangaro, thank you for the content again. 3 biggest concerns about the Eagles entering the 2026 season.
3 biggest concerns.
And
can I guess?
Yeah, guess.
Number one, how will the transition to the new Sean Mannion offense work?
Close. That's his number 2, and it's what if Sean Mannion doesn't work?
Okay.
So you're the same. Yeah.
Well, I don't like his tone. Dave, Dave, and I usually like your tone. I find you to be a very positive person. I don't like that tone.
Look, I will say the same thing I always say. Until I see them doing it, 3rd and 6, my defense is gassed. We haven't gotten anything going. That's when I'll figure out if you're a good play caller or not. You're good. Sean Mannion knows football. I know that for a fact. Kevin Patullo knows football. Kevin Patullo couldn't call plays.
No,
now,
he couldn't.
I expect Sean Mannion to be better because, as you pointed out multiple times, quarterback, he knows the speed of the game a little bit better than Kevin Patullo does. So I expect him to be better, but what if he stinks? It is a possibility. It's not a lock that he's going to be great.
He could stink.
He could be a good.
He could stink.
He could be a great head coach one day. Look at Nick Sirianni. Guy can't run an offense.
He can't.
He's a hell of a coach.
He's a hell of a administrator.
Sure.
He's a hell of a culture builder.
Yes.
Is that a good one?
Yes.
Culture builder?
Absolutely.
There's a lot of things that Nick Sirianni does really, really well.
Right. So that's number 2.
That's number 2. Okay. The health of the offensive line.
That's numero uno.
Got to be.
Okay.
And then number 3 is
okay. Now wait a minute. Let me ask.
Really random. Actually, it's not random.
Really random?
No, it's not. It's not random. Let me make that clear. It's not
it's
random.
the safety position.
Replacing N'Kobe Dean and Reed Blankenship. So
okay,
safety
safety a little bit.
I love N'Kobe Dean, and the dude was a leader, but he also wasn't around often because he would get hurt. And I'm excited to see Jihad Campbell continue to grow in the National Football League. Reed Blankenship, it's more so the leadership quality. I mean, you guys know how I feel about him as a player, but I know that he is very well respected inside that locker room. But look, the Eagles kind of told you how they felt. They could have paid him. He didn't break the bank.
He got $8 million.
He didn't break the bank in Houston, man.
I would tell you that I'm floored and I'm disappointed.
I was shocked. If it got to 10, I would have been like, fine, see it.
Yes.
8, I was surprised that they didn't pay him.
I'm floored and I'm disappointed, and if they have problems this year at the safety position, I'm going to be pissed. Because he was never a problem. Reed Blankenship was never a problem. He was never a reason they were losing if they lost. I'll be pissed. So we'll see. We'll see how it all turns out. But,
so those are your top 3. And the thing is, 1 and 2, I can't even really – I don't want to spend energy on it right now because that's just – it's either they are healthy or they're not, and it's either Sean Mannion's good or he's bad, and I won't be able to get an idea of that until week 1, week 2, week 3.
Well, I will already tell you that what you will hear. The last week we're on the air together, last week of July, when training camp begins, we will be told that the offensive linemen are feeling, and I believe it will be Mailata. I believe we're going to hear it from Landon Dickerson. I believe we're going to hear it from Cam Jurgens, that they are all feeling significantly better than they felt last year at the same time. And that's all we're going to have.
Yeah.
But I think that's the message we're going to get, that they're all feeling better than they felt this time last year. What does that mean? We'll find out.
Right. And, look.
I don't know what it means.
Dave's not wrong to have those concerns. I agree with him. It's just when I read it, I'm like, yeah, I just can't really spend energy on this because Sean Mannion might be bad week 1. Does that mean he's going to be bad week 2? No. And the offensive line could look great for 2 weeks, and then their bodies could collapse because guys are literally contemplating retirement.
They could start 10-1, and all of a sudden it just doesn't ever materialize.
Yeah, because that's what the Eagles have done to us. And they also win. And so it could be 10-1, and they could be Super Bowl champions. It's strange. It's not much X's and O's. It's do they have luck with the first one? Because half of health is luck. Let's be honest. And then Sean Mannion, is this guy who a lot of people are talking about being the next big thing, is he ready for the job? Because he's also very young. He could stink. It might take him 6 weeks to get a feel for it. He doesn't know. He's never done it before. Never did it in college.
Yeah, I mean, it could be.
We'll see. Patullo had a feel for it the first half of week 1, and then he never felt anything again after that.
Yeah, emptied the clip in the first 30 minutes of the season.
He did. And then they scored 0 points, and we thought maybe it had something to do with the rain delay or lightning delay, and it had nothing to do with it because he just sucked. All right. Debate day. Connor and I had an interesting discussion off the air that I'm curious what your answer will be, John. And then we can let people chime. Well, not let. We want people to chime in on this. Davis on a text line, 610-632-0975. YouTube will love that as well.
All right.
Connor, ask John the question that you asked me during the break about your trip to Baltimore that you will be taking soon.
Yeah, we were talking about the busy week we have coming up, the week of the 31st on your last day and everything.
Sure.
Yeah. And I got a wedding that night, and then I was like, I'm going to Baltimore for Phil's O's Saturday and Sunday. And I asked Andrew, would it be weird of me during the national anthem to yell the O being down there in Baltimore?
Yes. You're not an Orioles fan.
It's just kind of a fun thing.
No.
I don't know.
No.
We're not rivals with them.
No.
Now, here's the thing, though. Because I said my response was, well, when I was in Boston years ago, the Red Sox-Tigers, random game that my dad and I, we just wanted to see Fenway Park. I sang Sweet Caroline. Or Sweet Caroline. Jesus.
No, it's Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline.
Yeah. I sang it. But the O is an Orioles. It's O's like the O's.
Yeah.
I wasn't chanting the Red Sox, technically. But it is their song.
No,
I don't know.
You don't do it.
Would you swing Sweet Caroline? You, John.
I would. Sweet Caroline's has nothing to do with anybody. It's just a song.
Yeah, but it's association with the Red Sox. It's if somebody started singing "Dancing on My Own,"
I don't have any
problem.
I don't have any problem with Sweet Caroline. I don't sing it. I don't find the song that engaging.
Okay.
I don't find it that engaging. I just don't dig the song that much. I don't dig the song that much. It's been overdone, so I just don't. There's certain things that are a little overdone.
Yeah, but it felt like, all right, I'm here. I'll be a part of the action.
Yeah, exactly. That's my thought process. I'm not going to be rooting for the
I'll enjoy the
Orioles.
atmosphere of it.
Yes,
but
and it was cool.
I will not be singing along.
I sang along.
I'd be observing.
Oh, yeah, man.
I'd be more
Sweet
observant.
Caroline. I the ba ba ba.
Now,
hell yeah, man.
Now, if the Rage Band was singing it down at the Springfield Inn back in the day, I would. Or if Jelly Roll was singing it down at at an event, I would sing along with it.
Sing along with Jelly Roll.
But yeah, I'd sing along with Jelly Roll. Sure, absolutely.
I don't think it's a violation to do the O. It's an Orioles thing. Like you're chanting pretty much the team's name.
Yes.
Yeah, it's weird. Celebrations are weird. So Spain beats France yesterday in the World Cup, and then they cut to the Barcelona watch party, and they're all doing the Norway rowing celebration.
Why were they doing that?
And they're like, oh, it's just become an international celebration. I think if things are fun, people just join in, and some people feel strongly, hey, do your own team's thing.
Yes.
And some people just like the party.
All right, let me ask you something. Even though it's not supposed to be done anymore, they still do it. Would you do the chop if you were in
hell
it?
no.
But
No.
why not?
Rival.
Okay.
So you don't do. Look,
I wouldn't trust me. I wouldn't do the chop because I hate the Braves. But I'm just trying to figure out what. All right, what would you compare it to? The O's, because the O is also part of the national anthem. It's not a part of the baseball game itself.
But the thing is, the chop is the most hypocritical thing in the world because they do it at Kansas City.
Right.
They do it at Kansas City, and nobody has an issue with it.
Yeah, it's just Atlanta.
It's Atlanta. They have an issue.
But I'm trying. What are?
But I don't. But I've. By the way, never done it.
Right, because you're not a Braves fan.
I'm not a Braves fan.
All right, what
so
other,
I don't do it.
All right, Austin, our own Austin Jones, YouTube chat, would you do the skull chant? If you were at a Vikings game with your you can't call him a rival. If you were, we're talking to Connor, because Connor would do the O. Would you do the skull chant? You're next to your mom and your brother, who are both Vikings fans. It's a Vikings Chargers game. Yeah, you have there's nothing going on. Are you joining in on the skull?
Nah, because they're a personal rival to me. Like Minnesota has been such, I don't want to say hatred, but it's just like I've always been rooting against them because every time we go out there, it's Philadelphia versus Minnesota. So they're a rival personally. I would not do that.
Well, then, all right, then give me another irrelevant team in your life.
I'm trying to think if there's like a college football tradition or something. Like,
all right, would you do the Gator chop?
Yeah, absolutely. But then sometimes I like to hate on it. Like if I see a Texas fan, I'll give them horns down. I don't care at all about college football, but give me that horns down anytime I see you in that burnt orange.
Johnny, are you allowed to do a chop if you're not an alum of the Gators?
No. You don't do the chop.
He says no.
No.
I have a buddy who went to Florida, and when they won the Natty, I was doing the chop with him during those games. Yeah, I'm good with that. Let's go. The chop.
From the stadium or from an
you were at
apartment?
Doak? Were you
like
at
a
Doak?
bar or something?
Were you at Doak or were you at a bar?
There were a couple of games we watched together.
Okay, so if you're at Doak Campbell, like if you're down there doing it, that's if you're down there with the criminals, or you're down there down there in the swamp, if you're down there doing like the Gator Chomp, and you're doing that, like I guess it's okay.
Yeah, if I go to LSU, I'm singing Neck if the band plays Neck. Like, I don't know. I just like to be a part of things, and if it's not a rival.
I would sing Country Roads if I was at West Virginia.
Exactly.
I would.
But they sing Country Roads everywhere now, though.
But that's like their thing.
That's become like Sweet Caroline.
But after a win, they play it. I would sing it, even though I have no association with West Virginia.
Last night I was thinking, I said to you, are they going to sing High Hopes?
Right, and I said no.
You got shut out.
If they did they did the stupid entrance for Duran when they were losing 4-0. So why wouldn't they have played High Hopes?
Oh, because the National League lost. I guess maybe if the National League won, they would have done it.
Well, they disregarded the rules with Duran. They've redone that. They put so much into doing that entrance. They use it now.
I had no problem with them.
They use it now.
Yesterday.
Oh, we're down 4-0. We're losing in the playoffs.
It was an exhibition. They just did it.
Come on.
They did it for the fans.
Come on.
All right. Dawood chimes in on the YouTube chat. My wife's an O's fan. We go every year on a weekend trip, and I never do the O.
No.
There you go, Connor. There's your bar, Dawood.
By the way, it's disrespectful in the anthem. But
I agree with you. All right, coming up next. Speaking of the All-Star game, you brought up the All-Star game, Connor. I think there was a major miss by a manager last night. Like a major miss.
Whoa.
Maybe people won't agree. I don't know. But something happened where I turned to you and I said, I can't believe they're not doing this.
Oh, yes.
It's Kincade Salciunas, 97.5, The Fanatic.
Baseball season is in full swing, and there's no better place to be than Kalshi, America's #1 prediction market platform. Now, everybody has a day off as the Midsummer Classic concluded last night. But starting on Thursday, we're right back on the grind. In Philadelphia, they're trying to push for another Red October. And Philadelphia is currently trading at a 6% chance to win it all, meaning a $100 trade is going to pay you out over $1,400 if they finally summit the mountaintop. Maybe you want to take the favorite and you want to look at Los Angeles. However you want to do it, you can trade on Kalshi. And on Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app. Make sure you use code FANATIC because you're going to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade on anything. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see Kalshi.com/regulatory.
Sean Connor, Kincade and Salciunas, Philly Sports Talk, 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
All right, it's 8:48 here on Kincade and Salciunas, 97.5 The Fanatic. Fun day, reminiscing about yesterday's All-Star game. Amazing at Citizens Bank Park. As always, the game itself may have been questionable, but like the experience, everything about it was really cool. Philadelphia's been fantastic this entire year. Shout out to our fellow Philadelphians. Been so freaking awesome. We'll check the text line here in a moment on all of our topics. Devontae Smith comes in at number 22 in the top 10 wide receivers rankings. He's all the way down at 22. He's not even an honorable mention. If baseball were to be canceled or postponed next season, how quick are you to come back? And of course, this Phillies team, can you ignore the past 3 postseason finales when we get to the playoffs this year? 610-632-0975. But last night, John, I thought there was a major miss, and I turned to you and I said it right away. So in the All-Star game, when the National League was down 4-0 in the bottom of the 9th inning, they made a change. They took out Aroldis Chapman. Chapman faced 2 batters, struck out 1. And then we saw the manager of the Blue Jays, manager Schneider, come out, and he goes to make a pitching change. And when I turned to you, I go, oh, my God, because we couldn't, from our vantage point, we could see the catchers of the bullpen. We could not see who was warming up because we were
we couldn't see the
second deck left field. We couldn't see.
By the way, those seats are great.
Oh, they're beautiful seats. And so I immediately said to you, John, and then even the people around us, all agreed, they heard me say it. Oh, my God, this is awesome. Is he bringing out Verlander?
I thought it was going to be Verlander.
I thought.
As soon as you said it, I'm like, that's the obvious choice.
We know it's his last All-Star game. He's retiring at the end of this season. You're asking him to pitch 1 batter, hopefully, for his sake. Instead, not that the guy's not deserving, he goes to Brian Baker. Brian Baker of the Rays, part of the incredible bullpen that Tampa seemingly always has.
But nobody really is dying to see Brian Baker in the All-Star game.
Yeah, I thought it would have been a great move to go with Verlander. Now, somebody sitting near us said, well, maybe he's 5 beers deep already. Maybe he knew he wasn't going to pitch, and he's just been boozing or something, and, just taking it all in. It's his last All-Star game. But I don't know. I thought that was a major miss yesterday.
I think it would have been a PR just hit.
Yeah. Connor?
Yeah, the only way I think they didn't do it is if he said don't do it. I think this would have been a decision.
Which I looked up this morning. I did not see that anywhere.
Right, I haven't either.
I've not seen – because, look, Justin Verlander very well could have said, I'm just happy to be here. Give one of the younger guys a shot. Right?
Give him the spot.
And so one of my questions for people is, do you agree that it should have been Verlander, or do you agree it should have been somebody that hasn't had that experience before? Because I get both sides. I get, hey, man, this guy got his first opportunity to be an All-Star. He's never been an All-Star before. This was his first time in an All-Star game, and he got to pitch to 1 batter. But to me, baseball's the most of all the sports that cares about history the most. We all agree, right?
Yes.
We got asterisks next to guys. Baseball's the one that cares the most. I thought it would have been the right move to go with Verlander in that situation.
It would have been so well received by the
crowd. The crowd would have ate it up.
Loved it.
With all due respect to Brian Baker, I just,
Now the little kid behind us knew everything about Brian Baker. Boy.
Yeah, I mean
But Verlander was on the IL. That was why. 2, I guess. So that's because he hasn't pitched.
Okay.
So that's probably.
Yeah, hamstring issue, apparently.
Hamstring.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, because he's really gearing up for the second
What are you going
half.
to pitch a 50-year-old dude with a bad hamstring?
Yes. What is the guy gearing up for in the second half? He's already admitted that he's cooked.
What, are you going to hurt him then?
No. Hey, you feel good to pitch? And maybe he said no.
I said no.
And maybe he said no.
He probably said, pass me the Presidente.
Yeah. Well, look, and that's probably what the case was. I just thought, Colby chimes in. Yeah, maybe Donnie Baseball could have pinched hit. Hey, I think the place would have gone nuts.
Oh, my gosh.
Can you imagine if Don Mattingly said, you know what?
Give me the bat.
Screw that young kid that's never played in the All-Star game before. I'm gonna play.
I was hoping Theron would pick up a bat.
Hey, look.
Because I swear the other bats didn't matter. They were terrible last
Yeah,
night.
pretty rough showing for our Fightins, except for Luzardo.
I'm good with it, honestly, because you saw what happened to Junior Caminero. Like that. What was that like in the stadium?
Silence.
Silence.
Especially the way he dropped.
Yes.
Because we can't. I mean, from left field, you can't see what hit him. It got quiet quick.
Can we, seriously think about it too? Though, is that's one that got away from him, right?
Yeah, he didn't try to.
But he was pitching inside.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, but it's the All-Star game. He wasn't trying to hit nobody.
I understand, but pitching inside even in the All-Star game.
What are you supposed to do? Throw it over the middle of the plate?
No, I got you. But
Yeah, Sanchez almost got smoked with one he put over the middle to Bellinger.
Yeah. No, I'm fine with the.
You got to pitch the way you got to pitch.
okay.
But
Yeah.
I'll take the Phillies striking out every single All-Star appearance forever over potentially getting injured for a portion of the season.
Yeah, I got you. All right, what do we got on the text line there, Connor?
We got a lot of people checking in on everything. So we'll go back to that Devontae Smith conversation. And this texter checks in. Pretty simple. Bleep these lists. Bleep the haters. Bleep Dallas. Go Birds.
I like all those things. I just find it interesting. We'll talk about this more coming up next. Again, I value these coaches, executives, and scouting polls. I'm wondering if I'm missing something. Now, I'm very high on Devontae Smith, and I think he's going to be really good this year, even without A.J. Brown. But maybe, I'm guessing football people think he benefits from.
You're higher on him than I am.
Yeah. But even you
I
agree.
still think he's going to be great. I still think he's going to be a fantastic receiver. But I got to see him if he's going to be a difference-making number one. Because he's always benefited from having somebody else around, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But I still think he's going to be fantastic. If I was guessing right now, what are his betting numbers, season yardage? I think I'd be good betting over
1,200? I would imagine that's where it's going to be.
I'd be good betting over 1,150.
Okay.
Because I think they're going to spread the ball around. This offense really spreads the ball around, much more than we're used to.
Yeah.
Like, they do a lot of different stuff. It's going to look mighty different.
Yeah.
So
they'll get him in space. And,
Right.
And he can run after the catch, man.
He can.
Something that they have not utilized, I think, enough in his career, honestly.
No, they have
more
not.
so daggers than anything else, which, hey, I'm not complaining about that one either. All right, coming up next, we'll talk more about this Devontae Smith rank because clearly that struck a nerve for a lot of people. So we'll get into that coming up next. We'll check more of the text line. It's a debate day Wednesday. Johnny has a couple in the DMs.
A couple. Yes.
You can send yours into the Davis Honda text line, 610-632-0975. Rand debates. This is FB Sports, man. The non-sports, the better. It's Kincade Salciunas, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
All-Star Week comes to an end. I'm Connor Thomas, and the American League shut out the National League 4-0 in the Midsummer Classic at the bank last night, concluding the All-Star festivities here in Philadelphia. Cody Bellinger of the Yankees took home MVP honors with a 2 RBI night, and it was a tough one for the Phillies representatives. Schwarber, Harper, Marsh all hitless. Christopher Sanchez allowed 3 runs in his start for the National League side. Duran and Luzardo were clean in their appearances, but despite the rough performance by some Phillies players, Bryce Harper still talked after the game about how cool of an experience it was.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they did an incredible job, obviously starting with the home run derby yesterday, and then obviously today I thought they put on a great show. Really cool moment, kind of like the Sandlot there. Just a really cool opportunity to do that.
Now it's time to get back to the old grinds and sprint towards the trade deadline. The Phils are off today. They'll host the Mets starting tomorrow night. The Sixers fell to the Rockets 90-64 at Summer League action yesterday. There's still no news on LeBron James' decision on where he will play this year, but we're going to be watching it closely, of course. We're officially 2 weeks out from the Eagles' first training camp practice as football is right around the corner. And the favorite is out of the World Cup. France lost 2-0 to Spain yesterday in a surprise result. England takes on Argentina at 3 p.m. today in the other side of the semifinal matchups. This update is brought to you by the Macom Group. They support contractors with one of the largest PVF inventories for pipe, valve, and fittings. To trusted brands, count on the Macom Group to help you stay on schedule. Visit MacomGroup.com today. I'm Connor Thomas on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
Wait, we will. But first, let's hear what they got into earlier today on Kincade and Salciunas.
If it shuts down for a year or an extended period of time and we miss a lot of baseball, what happened? We've talked a lot about the potential lockout coming up in 2027, right? Like they're nowhere close in their negotiations right now, and it's July, so
Oh no, it's not good.
you expect it to not be close.
This does
but
not look good.
It doesn't look good. I mean, these guys are. I can't even say buried their feet in the sand. They buried their feet in damn cement, and they're letting it, dry and harden around their ankles. Like, they're not going anywhere.
The sport, I can tell you this, and I'm just warning you about this because I remember it more for just not even doing this job. But it's the weirdest feeling in the world to not have baseball. Baseball is so ingrained in our day-to-day activity.
Companion.
That to not have it, I remember the 1981 strike after the Phillies won the World Series. 94 was even worse because 94 was the people hated the baseball players.
It seemed like the home run derby was a lot more Phillies fans, whereas last night was a little bit more spread out.
Last night was definitely more of a celebration of
Baseball.
the whole sport.
Baseball.
Like it was baseball. It was absolutely the game was celebrated last night.
Now back to the show.
It is 9 o'clock here on Kincade Salciunas, 97.5 The Fanatic. Great night at Citizens Bank Park yesterday.
It was awesome.
If you were there, let us know, 610-632-0975. I know the game wasn't that great. Now, we got a tweet from Pratik, our man who chimes in occasionally, frequently with the show. Hot take, but yesterday's crowd was so much worse than what I expected. The game was blah, but the lack of energy in the crowd made it worse. But we need the superstars to play in these events.
The crowd
guys,
energy was spectacular until Christopher Sanchez pooped himself.
Yeah, he was bad. And when he was bad, it took all the air out. Like if the game was
1-0.
if Sanchez went 1-2-3 to start.
Or was 1-0.
Yeah. But like think about it. Let's say Sanchez had a clean first inning. The way that Cease had a clean first inning. And then it led to the Kyle Schwarber, leading off for the National League. That place would have been buzzing. When you're watching the guy that I saw a lot of Sanchez All-Star Game jerseys yesterday.
A lot of them.
A lot of people bought those jerseys. And he pitches the way that he does.
He was terrible. He was terrible yesterday.
If this game was somewhere else, and then the second pitcher was the hometown guy, they would have gotten the crowd back up. But this was in Philly. We watched our number one pitcher and our number one home run guy not do well in the first inning. Look, you're going to get out. I'm not saying Kyle Schwarber sucked and is that bad. It's just you went from Sanchez giving up 3 runs to Kyle Schwarber striking out to start the bottom of the first, and it's like, oh, wow, that kind of our guys had a really rough start.
Well, it's your fault because all you asked for was a first pitch strike, and he did that. And so he's like, well, I made Andrew Salciunas happy, so now we let off.
And I said this. I said, John, what did I say to you? I said, screw you, Mike Trout. Mike Trout swung first pitch.
He swung first pitch.
Come on, man. You gotta let that crowd pop happen, Mike. Guy doesn't respect the game of baseball.
I love the
okay with losing.
I will tell you this: if you have a chance to watch a baseball game with Salciunas, it's a good choice. I've watched baseball games with Connor before. It's a good choice.
But I'm better.
It's a good choice. It's a good choice because I enjoyed watching a baseball game with you and my wife asked me that. She goes, "You enjoy watching baseball?" Because I do not enjoy watching baseball with some people because they sit and want to talk about everything other than baseball.
Yes.
Andrew, last night, for 9 innings, and we stayed the whole time.
Man.
I think we maybe talked twice about something that wasn't about that game.
Yeah.
The whole time, and we didn't even talk a ton.
I'm a geek, man.
I loved going to a baseball game and paying attention to the baseball game.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy going to baseball games with people who are like, so how's Christy?
Right.
And so did Christy what's she doing tonight?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I don't care. Well, so Christina, what is she doing? Like,
we did that before the game at dinner.
I don't want to do that when I'm at the game, and I hate that sometimes. And she goes, how's Andrew in a game? I'm like, oh no, he's great.
Yeah.
I said he's great. He watches the game. He talks about the game. Like we talked about the strategy of the game, the things of the game. I like
that play. Yeah, I'm a seam head, so I could see things before they happen. When I saw Ernie Clement, the second baseman of the Blue Jays, when I saw him field that backhand, I hit John before the throw. That play
was awesome.
And that's why, our man Andrew Ellis, who's very active on our YouTube chat, tweeted at me last night, you still believe that the All-Star game is better than the Home Run Derby? I'm such a baseball nerd. I'm a purist when it comes to baseball. All right, and I get that. I'm probably boring when it comes to baseball unless you are a baseball geek. I would rather watch that play, which was one play out of 27 outs, than Home Run Derby.
It
was awesome, man.
I enjoy watching baseball with people who love baseball. I don't enjoy watching baseball with people who are going to it as an event.
Don't get me wrong. The Home Run Derby is probably a better party.
Oh, it's a party. Yeah,
bro.
Because you're not stressing the Home Run Derby. You're watching it. You're excited and everything.
I'm drinking
like that.
beer and just having a good time.
Can I give you a debate question?
Yes, please.
Okay. Something that happened with us yesterday.
What happened?
The kiosk with the beers.
Yeah.
So Andrew was kind enough to buy me dinner and buy me
took
beers.
Me to the All-Star game.
Well, still. Buy me dinner, buy me beers. So I got the Yingling, and Andrew got his drink. And then you go to the kiosk. We both go and pick the beers.
It was
out of the
it was the self-serve one where you go to the fridge, you grab the beer, you go to the kiosk,
and then you go to the kiosk, and then it says,
do everything.
"Do you want to tip?"
I love that.
I'm serious. We have got to get a handle on tipping.
Yeah, I am
who are you tipping?
I am an over tipper. I'm a 25% guy at restaurants.
But what are we tipping? Why are we being asked to tip when we are being asked to go self-serve, grab your own beer out of a cooler, walk over, then do your kiosk?
The only thing that the person that was there did was crack open because you have to. It's a rule at baseball stadiums because if you don't crack open the beer, some of us can sling it. That thing will fly. So that's why it's a rule where they crack open the beer. But am I tipping someone for doing what I can easily do with this finger?
Are you kidding me? That's a tip?
There's only one thing I can think of, and it's that the point of sale system that they use stadium-wide is also hooked up to that, so it's just kind of built in there.
We have to get tipping under control.
Yeah. That's the next vote. We voted on daylight savings time yesterday.
Did we? By the way, how did it go?
In favor of one universal all year, but it's going to go to the Supreme Court.
Right.
Yeah.
Didn't we do that 2 years ago? This is the dumbest thing.
No, they didn't. No, it never got this far.
They did it years ago. But
so it did go. So now it's going to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, now it's going to the Supreme Court.
Come on.
So that's our next thing. Our next vote at Congress has to be self-service counters it needs to be eliminated.
Stop asking me to tip for something that you're asking me to do for myself. There's no reason for me to tip anybody.
You know what's funny? I probably would have done it because I completely fold anytime I get asked for money.
No, man, I still buy my business, dude. Who am I tipping? The person that stocked the beer? Am I the person that cracked it open for me? The person that's standing guard in case I want to grab 10 beers and run away? Who am I tipping in this case? I am a man who follows rules of society. I grab my beer, I pay for my beer, I left.
I'm just saying it's ridiculous. The tipping's just gotten out of control.
You know what? I have another one. I got to save it for a few minutes because let's get a couple texts here. I have something I forgot to tell you guys, something that took place at the grocery store the other day that I can't wait to bring up. I can't believe I forgot to bring it up earlier. All right. Devontae Smith, number 22. Am I missing something? Is there a belief? Clearly there is if he comes in at number 22 on this list. In case you're just tuning in, the coaches, scouts, executives poll that are coming out every single day, different position groups. Devontae Smith, not only not a top 10 receiver, which I'm fine with. I'm not angry at that. But he's not even an honorable mention. He was an also received votes. And if you go in order of players mentioned, he comes in at number 22. And so I struggle to believe that Devontae Smith
is the 22nd best wide receiver in the National Football League when he is a perennial 1,000-yard receiver guy. And people can make the case, oh, well, yeah, sure, he's played with A.J. Brown. The fact that he still got his is impressive to me. And he's already shown in his rookie year that he can be a number one guy. Now that he's even better, I expect more. How do you guys view Devontae Smith? Because I view him as a stud. But not like Jamar Chase, not Justin Jefferson.
I think he's a lot better than that number. I'm more appalled by his number than Jalen Hurts' number.
Me too.
I'm not.
Why is that?
A couple of reasons. Do you have the list in front of you?
Yes.
Okay. How many wide receiver twos? I know Pickens was, 7, right? How many wide receiver twos are ranked higher than
if we're
Devontae
going
Smith?
off of that, Higgins was ahead of him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is DK Metcalf considered a one still?
No.
Yeah.
Or is he?
Well, he's the one in
Pittsburgh.
Where's the one in Pittsburgh?
It's not good, but he's a one.
Jameson Williams was ahead of him.
Okay.
Mike Evans, who's the one in San Francisco?
But remember, you're going off Tampa Bay last year where you could probably
He wasn't the one. He was hurt a lot. Ibuka took the world by storm.
I was just curious how they evaluate
Devontae
that.
Adams, but, I get it. He's a 2. He was at number 10 on this list. So there's a couple of number 2 wide receivers that are on this list.
Yeah, I just, my thing with Devontae is I wonder how much we're overvaluing because A.J. Brown was such a huge asset to opening up the field. We talk about how Joel Embiid, even when he's not good, the gravity he has being on the court, right? Doesn't have to do anything. You got to have an eye on him. Like, that was a huge part of the Eagles' offense with A.J. Brown as a part of it. And the thing I worry about Devontae is the build. That's my biggest thing.
Yeah, but we've been worried about the build forever.
And it has never materialized. And I understand, though, Connor, I think it's a valid concern, but it's one that has never materialized. And he's been in the league now, 5 years?
Yeah, but if you bracket him and you just put that bracket top coverage on him.
Yeah, but he's an incredible route runner. It's not
I get
it.
He might be the best route runner.
His way of playing with A.J. Brown is different. A.J. Brown is I can beat you to a spot, and I can also get to the spot physically, whereas Devontae Smith's just an exceptional route runner.
Yeah, I think he's very, very good. Like, do I think he can be a wide receiver 1? Absolutely. I'm a big Devontae fan. I just see the limitations potentially of his build and what he's had to work with, and it's similar to Jalen Hurts. It's like the supporting cast, how much does it affect? It's kind of hard to know until you see it without.
Well, if you bring up Hurts, our man 215J Philly, Hurts hater, chimes in right away, shaking my head. This isn't that hard. If Smitty had a different quarterback, he'd be a top 12 wide receiver.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, here we go again.
So, wait, let me ask you, because I'm very confident. Do you guys have concerns in the back of your mind, whether it's, I'm scared, or it's like, yeah, I have slight concerns that he can't be the number one guy for this team?
Yes.
We will feel the absence of A.J. Brown. I don't.
You said slight concern.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right,
slight
Connor,
concerns.
what about you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think if you don't have slight concerns, you're sticking your head in the sand.
Yeah, I mean, look,
if you don't have slight concerns for something that you've never seen, I think that you absolutely are sticking your head in the
saw
sand.
him have 900 yards his rookie year when they ran the ball half the time because they couldn't do anything else. I don't know. I think the Heisman Trophy, the ability that he has shown over the course of his 5 years in the NFL, I'm pretty confident, especially with this offense. I'm excited with how he works in this offense.
But he's also not my type of wide receiver either. I'm in A.J. Brown's style of wide receiver guy. Big, physically imposing. I was a big Alshon Jeffrey guy. That is the style that I like, which is why I love Jamar Chase. And to me, he's the best wide receiver in the NFL. I like Jamar more.
He's number one on that list.
I like him more than Justin Jefferson because to me, he's the more physically imposing wide receiver, and Devontae significantly lacks there. But they're really good, slight wide receivers in NFL history. So maybe it's just bias on my part.
I think it is a bias, Connor, but it's a bias that's based on. I think there's genuine reason for being concerned about it. I think there is a bias, but I think it's an understandable bias.
He will be no worse than top half of the NFL wide receiver 1 this year. But some people are saying top 10, we had a text earlier, top 7 wide receiver. I can't say that right now.
No, he's not a top 7 wide receiver. He's not top 10. Devontae Smith, I'll say it right now. Devontae Smith, as much as I love him, is not a top 10 wide receiver in the NFL.
Okay, top 10 in yards?
He might be this year.
I think he's going to be. See, now here's where it's funny is I think he might be a top 10 in yards. I really do. Like what was top 10 in yards last year?
I can pull that up for you.
I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be top 10 in yards.
Probably like 1,400.
Let's see here. Top 10 last year.
Who was 10th?
According to Pro Football Reference, it was Calvin Johnson. So
Johnson.
That's not
No,
accurate.
no.
Let's go to ESPN.
No.
I don't know why.
Last year.
I know he retired early. Did he come back last year and I just didn't know about it? All right, your top 10 per ESPN. Jackson Smith and Jigba was just under 1,800. Puka Nacua was over 17. Pickens was just over 14. Jamar Chase just over 14. Amon-Ra St. Brown 1,401. And then it drops to the 1,200s with Trey McBride, Zay Flowers. And then it's under 1,200 yards with Chris Olave, Nico Collins,
He's going to be a top. I think he can be easily a top 10 wide receiver.
Yeah, for receiving yards, absolutely.
Yes, I think he can easily be a top 10. Let me see. 10 was Jamison Williams. 11, 17. I think he absolutely can be 11, 17.
Yeah.
So, and I think he can be higher than that, honestly.
Yeah. I think here's one thing you want to talk about build. Touchdowns are really only deep shots to him. He's not a red zone, let's get it to him guy.
Yeah, now
with this offense, maybe
here's the only thing I'm going to say to you is I think you may be selling a little short there because I've just been dork boy with this, watching this Green Bay offense.
Sure.
And they do a lot of these crossing pattern stuff.
Yeah, he might score those.
He might score. But I'm talking like 5, 6. You know?
Yeah,
7.
whereas the top guys.
Exactly. They might have 10, 12.
Here you go. Devontae Adams, 14
Right,
last
he's not
year.
going to I don't think he's going to be
T. Higgins had 11. Amon-Ra had 11. Puka had 10. And Jigba had 10. Jawan Jennings had 9. Like, there were guys that scored touchdowns because of their build, whereas Devontae doesn't have that so much. All right. Question. Debate. Here's another debate day.
Okay.
I guess it's a debate day. I don't know. I have a quick story that's something that took place. So I was at my local grocery store the other day.
Okay.
I'm a ShopRite guy. And
Can?
actually, the sales the other day were fantastic. I don't know what it was, but so I do self-checkout because I am efficient, man. Like, I don't hold anybody up. I'm in, I'm out. Bang, bang, bang. Whether I'm 10 items, 15 items, 2 items. Like, you don't have to worry about me. All right, let me do my thing. So I buy some nectarines, and you obviously have to weigh the fruit. So I am doing all the self-check. Look, I'm going fast, man. Like, I don't want the person in line going, look at that guy. He's taking forever. I don't want to be that guy.
Okay,
I'm
you're fast.
flying through it.
You're fast.
So I do the nectarine. I weigh them. I get hand on my shoulder. Excuse me, sir. We need to redo that. I'm like, scared me. She's scared.
Why?
And she my ShopRite's right near Rowan University, so she must be a Rowan student. I must have, when I weighed my nectarines, the scale is on the thing.
Okay.
My nectarine, I had 3 in a bag. 1 must have been halfway off the scale.
Oh.
And it's a price per pound.
Oh. So she was just doing her job.
Yeah,
the young lady.
The attitude.
Oh.
Hand on, don't touch me. Hand on shoulder. Went into my bag. Did not say, hey, do you mind handing me the nectarines?
Oh,
Goes
no.
into my bag.
Oh, no.
Takes out the nectarines.
Oh, no.
But deletes the thing. Shows me the video. We had replay assist. We had, what do you call it? VAR?
VAR, yes.
What?
We had the VAR. I thought she was about to call the cops on me.
Should have.
She reweighs it.
You were right.
She was right by 40 cents. And I go, wow, employee of the month.
Oh, you did.
Did you say that to her?
I couldn't help.
Did you? That's bad. You're being,
I couldn't help myself.
You should have helped yourself.
That's bad.
I couldn't help myself.
You should have helped yourself.
Dude,
That's a college kid. It's somebody's daughter.
I know, but
that's somebody's daughter.
The over-aggression over, you would think I was stuffing things into my bag, not paying for things. It was a 40-cent difference. And I was like, oh, my God, really?
It was a bit much.
Okay, I can understand that it seems like a bit much. but
Imagine she went into my stuff for a 40-cent difference.
You have to. You got to restrain yourself from making that comment.
I get you. I was angry.
You got to think of it this way: you don't have a girl, you have a boy.
I would have said it to a guy.
But
too.
I can tell you is that every single time I see a waitress, every single time I see a young girl in a store, every single time I go, that is somebody's live.
I got you.
And I'm going to make sure that's somebody else's daughter. And I'm going to make sure that I don't ever treat them.
Yeah, you look.
Where that they're.
It's probably wrong on me.
How much did she really inconvenience your day?
No, it was the.
And by the way, you were
It
wrong.
was the attitude.
Okay, well, be the bigger person
Excuse
as the
Excuse me,
32-year-old.
sir. You may have made a mistake. Oh, I'm sorry. Easy. No, I got you. I got attacked, dude. Attacked. And of course, YouTube split. So maybe that's a good debate day question.
Okay. Pralik,
Should you fight grocery store workers?
by the way, Pralik thinks we should have been giving Christopher Sanchez standing ovations when it was a 2-2 count on Trout in the first inning. What?
I don't get.
What are you talking about? First of all, it's not,
like it's a Game 7 World Series.
It's not a Phillies game. So the crowd last night, I would say, was probably a third Phillies. Would you guess?
Yeah, it was mainly Phillies fans.
I'd say a third Phillies, 2/3 everybody else.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, the melting pot.
It's not a Phillies game. It's not like a standing ovation. If we were doing that, in our section last night, if we had decided to stand up for Christopher Sanchez every time, we're blocking people who were at the game who paid hundreds and hundreds of dollars. We're blocking people who are there not to watch Christopher Sanchez, not to have us be standing there acting like it's a Phillies game.
I don't know.
No, Pralik, that's not an all-star game. No.
By the way, half the people there wanted to see Mike Trout do something,
Yes.
too.
Yes.
He got, the ovation he got, man.
He got a big ovation.
Even though he doesn't want anything to do with you.
No, he's afraid of it. But it's all right.
See, now we're going too far. Tommy John, imagine going to jail over 40 cents, Chunas.
Yeah, you were stealing.
I'm a thief.
It's amazing.
I'm a thief in the night, man. Stealing 40 cents. Don't touch me.
Thank God that Good Samaritan was there.
I take multiple bags because we use them for poop bags for Nikki.
Oh,
At
no,
the
you still
self-checkout.
get plastic bags. I don't.
Yeah, that's because you live
I'm
in
a
like
Jersey guy.
You live
I
in
got
like communist China.
I got the reusable bags.
It's unbelievable.
Man. All right, coming up next, we have to wait one full day until baseball returns, man. I'm losing my mind. What are the second half storylines that will intrigue you the most with the Phillies? Are they mainly in positive or negative? We'll discuss that coming up next. And if you could send some in now during the break, we'll answer them coming up next as well. It's Kincade Salciunas, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
NL shutout. I'm Connor Thomas, and the American League shut out the National League 4-0 in the Midsummer Classic at the bank last night. Cody Bellinger took home MVP honors with a 2 RBI night. It was a rough night for the Phillies representatives. Schwarber, Harper, Marsh, all over. Christopher Sanchez allowed 3 runs in the first inning, starting for the National League. But it was more than just the performance on the field. Philadelphia did a great job hosting, and that was not lost on the players, including Kyle Schwarber.
This is definitely number one for me. One that I'm going to remember for a long time, the rest of my life. And we're proud to be representing this organization and our fans. And this whole summer has been pretty unbelievable here.
Now, the summer continues, but the break does not. One more day off, and then the New York Mets will come to town, so the Phillies will be back in action tomorrow night. The Sixers fell to the Rockets 90-64 in Summer League action yesterday. Still no news on LeBron James' decision on where he will play this year, but Philadelphia, Cleveland, Miami still seem to be the top 3 destinations. We're officially 2 weeks out from the Eagles' first training camp practice as football season continues to draw closer, and the favorite is out of the World Cup. France lost 2-0 to Spain yesterday afternoon. A surprise result. England takes on Argentina at 3 p.m. today. One more team punching their ticket to North Jersey for a chance to play in the final. I'm Connor Thomas on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Kincade and Salciunas.
97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
The final hour of Kincade and Salciunas is presented to you by The Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag. You can get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. You need details? Go to Bagster.com.
All right, the grocery store incident, a lot of questions where you guys just must not know me at this point. People started to eventually. Neil realized it eventually. But
Why?
people were wondering, was I wearing AirPods and was she calling for me before she grabbed my shoulder? Do you guys know me?
No shot you own AirPods.
I don't know
no shot
AirPods.
he has AirPods, and no shot would he be walking around looking like in a store wearing them.
I don't have music on my phone. I go to YouTube.com to listen to music.
Which I find just so fascinating.
I know YouTube.
You don't have Apple Music. You don't have anything.
Do you think I got AirPods in the grocery store?
Well, first off, the people wearing them in the grocery store, you look like. You just look like.
I wear headphones when I go to the grocery
Yeah,
store.
listen to music. It's fine. They also thought I was after a couple gummies. I don't do that during the day because I got to be dad. So,
Yeah.
That didn't happen either. All right. Second half storylines for the Philadelphia Phillies. It begins tomorrow. They're off today. I feel like I guess when was their last game? Sunday? Saturday?
Sunday. And it'll be Friday.
Sunday.
Okay. All right.
Sunday, and then it'll
a
be
week
Friday.
off. All right. That makes sense. What are some storylines that you're going to be following? There is one that I know you are, in terms of positive or concern. There's one that you're definitely concerned about. It's about the man that was on the mound yesterday.
Yeah, Christopher Sanchez has got a problem going on. There's something wrong with Christopher Sanchez. There's something wrong. He doesn't look like himself.
And he hasn't for some time.
And if it's and I'm getting concerned when I hear the Jason Stark talk about it. The amount of innings last year and
that's always the big concern.
And is it starting to show this year?
I remember Johnny Marks before the season started. He was concerned when he pitched in the World Baseball Classic. Like, hey, he threw a lot of innings last year.
Why did he why? And remember, he wasn't going to do that.
And then he
was like, I want to do that.
And because, by the way, like, it's not just the World Baseball Classic. If you look at his game logs this year, that scoreless streak, I mean, he was pitching into the seventh inning with a lot of those games, right?
Uh-huh.
So is it part fatigue this year, or is it fatigue combined with last year? Like, Christopher Sanchez, to his career, last year was the most innings he'd ever thrown. It was 202. The year before that was 181. He's already at 127 this year because he's been having such great outings that he's been going deep into ball games. And, hopefully 1 week off was good. I remember when we had Ricky on a couple of weeks ago, I asked him straight up, like, do you think they do like that 1 month sort of sit down, Chris, like
Could
they
be.
did with Wheeler before? I don't know.
Yeah, you can't really do that this year, though.
I know
Because
you don't have
a
the
fourth and
depth,
fifth
right?
guy.
You don't have the depth in the rotation,
And you don't have the time to do it either.
Hey,
Like, you don't, because
you
you're
dig
trying to
yourself in a
catch.
hole,
You're
yeah.
trying to catch Atlanta. You're trying to do that,
Like,
and you're
even-
not able to do it.
Even his last outing where he only gave up 2 runs against the Tigers, he still gave up 10 hits.
Well, every other outing, his last 3, and then we don't count last night's.
no.
But it would be the every other outing thing. Every other outing, four earned runs in 5.2 innings pitched, 5 earned runs in 6 innings pitched, 9 earned runs in 3.1 innings pitched. Last night, 3 earned runs in 1 inning pitched. Like, every other outing has been bad. Bad. By his standards, bad.
Yeah, I don't think it's a fatigue thing. To me, I always look at velocity when I think fatigue, and he hasn't been throwing any slower. It feels like he lost the feel for his changeup, and he's so dependent on that pitch.
It's one of the best pitches in baseball.
And he's going to find it again. But something that's weird about having like one singular dominant pitch is you're so reliant on it that if you lose that one thing, you almost trust that it's going to come back and you can get hurt more than a guy that has like multiple pitches that are okay. So I think it's just once he finds the feel for that again, which should hopefully come quickly, he'll be fine.
It's just crazy that this is a guy that literally broke a scoreless streak record among left-handed starting pitchers in the history of baseball. And now all of a sudden in 1 month, you're like, whoa, what's going on with this guy? And maybe it's fatigue. Maybe it's, like you said, it's just Jesus Luzardo. We saw him earlier in the year. had really problems spotting his fastball. He was throwing it right down the middle of the plate. The velocity was still there. Everything was still there with Luzardo. It's just he threw his fastball right down the middle of the plate. He finally started pitching and not just throwing, and now he's been one of the better pitchers in Major League Baseball, and look at what he did yesterday in the All-Star game. So it could just be a feel thing, but for this team to succeed, they need him, man. They need Sanchez to be the guy that you thought going into the season would be this guy.
3 of his worst earned run outings have come in the past month.
Right. That's a slight concern, man.
And that's not good.
What other storylines? Connor, do you have a storyline that you're going to be following other than trade deadline and who they're going to acquire? Because we're all waiting for that in a couple, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Yeah, absolutely. Brad Keller's one of the biggest storylines.
Yeah.
Because he just came off the injured list. He had one scoreless outing before the All-Star break, but you haven't really seen him fully worked out yet since he came back from injury. If he's the guy you acquired, this bullpen looks totally different. You're still going to need to add a lefty, but then you have at least 3 guys you can look at as potential leverage guys with him, Kerkering, and Duran. And if he's not, you are really up a creek without a paddle. But he should be expected to be really darn good. And maybe it was just something that was bothering him longer than when he went on the injured list, and that was a nice reset for him. But I think the bullpen runs through him until you acquire somebody.
Okay. All right. I like that one because it's very important for him to step up because you need it. I'll give you one. I'll give you Justin Crawford's second half of the season.
Okay, what's the issue there?
Well, no, it's not issue. Who is he? Second half of the season. He's had a great month of July. He's batting .333 in the month of July, and he hit over 300 in the month of June. Is it because he's playing more? Have they found a role for him? Like, I'm trying to figure out who Justin Crawford is right now because early on, maybe it was just he had a great start to the season in March, and then April was okay, and then they started tinkering with he's an everyday guy, but he's not an everyday guy. He's not going to be the reason why you win a World Series or not, but you can't have the automatic out. And we have gotten more from Derek Hill than I think anybody expected. Like anybody expected. Right now, because of Garcia being out, and you don't know who they're going to acquire at the deadline, Crawford's got to play every day.
Oh, yes.
Right? It's Marsh, it's Crawford, and then it's your outfield platoon.
There's going to be there's things they got to watch for. Believe me, there's issues they've got, and they don't have the guys to be able to go and acquire the top names. They were doing last night before you got to the casino. They're putting up graphics on MLB Network about what it might take to land some of the biggest guys that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
The Phillies weren't even on the graphics.
Yeah, they're not going to get them.
Because, what other people are offering, the prospects the other people are supposedly going to offer, the Phillies don't have them to offer.
Yeah, and it took Byron Buxton for the 12th time saying he's not.
And by the way, the fans last night disappointed me big time. Should have booed Byron Buxton's back.
No, because that's respect. He got
Why?
nothing. Dude, he got nothing. It was actually kind of funny. He got
ignored.
Nothing.
See, I would have booed him.
You know why? Because he's irrelevant.
You big coward.
Byron Buxton will be. Here's 50 years from now.
You big coward.
When we're doing Kincade and Salciunas Part 2, when you come back.
Question mark in Salciunas.
Byron Buxton, unless you're a Twins fan, who's talking about Byron Buxton?
Right, I mean, serious.
Like, Mike Trout will always be talked about because for a period of time, he was one of the best players in the history of the game, right? Like, we were literally talking about the new Mickey Mantle, and then the injuries started happening. But Byron Buxton, who's going to talk about Byron Buxton unless you're a Twins fan?
And more importantly, again, much like Mike Trout, a guy who shies away from chasing greatness.
Yeah.
He'd rather just cash his big paycheck and play where
Which you would still cash.
where there's no pressure on him.
Yeah, at least one's in L.A.
Right. No pressure on him.
That's soda, man.
I mean, it's like there's no pressure.
What are we doing here? All right, we're on the text line. Davis on the text line. Feel the Davis difference. Check him out in Burlington.
All right, so we have people checking in on a lot of our conversations today, and this texter checks in, Jeff from D.C. He's very disappointed with our earlier conversation about the O at the Orioles game.
Okay.
And he says doing any of that stuff for any team is a complete violation. You can't root for another team, do another team's chant or anything. Brings up going to Flyers Caps games and never doing the red that they yell during the anthem.
All right, but is singing a song that is just associated with a team a problem?
Well, I mean, the thing is that Sweet Caroline is not. Sweet Caroline is sung everywhere.
Yeah, but if I asked you, what's the team that you associate Sweet Caroline with? It's Red Sox.
Yeah, it's Boston.
Yeah.
If I said, what's the team that you associate John Denver's song,
Yeah,
Country Roads, like
West Virginia.
it's West Virginia. I'm not an alum of West Virginia. I've been locked into West Virginia football since Geno Smith. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, Enter Sandman, Virginia Tech. Like, you just know these places that they do certain things.
okay, you're at Virginia Tech. You're at a random VT game, right? We got VT Ron calls us down, says, "Hey boys, I want you to be my guests at Virginia
I've
Tech."
been to Virginia Tech.
Would you? Because they jump around at the beginning of every game. Would you jump around? Or would you just stand there
Jump around is different. If
No.
you're in the stands. That's different.
while
That's not-
while they're playing the song?
Yeah, but that's not a Virginia. Like they do that at Nebraska. They do that at Wisconsin. They do that at a million football stadiums.
Yeah, but during the Enter Sandman, because that's their.
I
He's not saying
understand.
the song Jump Around.
No,
He's
what
saying-
I'm saying is, but they
not
do
that
that. They do that stuff at stadiums. No, now that's different. That's not rooting for the team.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
That's fine. That's different.
But you're associating
That's
yourself
completely
with
different.
people that you have no association with.
Like, you go to a Penn State whiteout game. You wearing white? I'm wearing white.
Wouldn't go to a Penn State game.
No.
No, wouldn't go to Penn State game.
I'm wearing
I would
white.
wear the brightest colors that I could. I would absolutely wear it. What could I wear to stand out? Black?
Exactly.
Could you wear black? Yeah, you could wear black.
That
or-
would probably be the one that
would
is
stand out
considered the
most.
opposite.
Yeah,
So.
that would be good. And I'd look for the secret room where they keep the Joe Paterno statue that they all go and worship at halftime.
Oh, do they touch that before?
I think they go. It's like
the
no,
Irish,
they go-
like the
no,
Irish at
no.
the play, like
They have,
champions today.
They have the tea candles lit in there, and they all go in. They go, oh. That's what it is.
All right, coming up next, one more storyline that I do want to address. I'm not a Harper hater like others might be, but there is something that he needs to stop doing because he actually stinks at it. It's Kincade Salciunas, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hall of Fame sports. Kincade and Salciunas, 97.5, The Fanatic.
It's 9:49 here on Kincade and Salciunas, 97.5, The Fanatic. A couple of things before we talk about what Bryce Harper is bad at. Statistically, facts are the facts, man. As Matt Nahagian used to say, it's what the facts say. I mean, it's the facts. I just saw a trailer for something that I did not know existed.
What's that?
In theaters November 20th. So later
November 20th?
Later on this year.
Okay. What?
This will probably be a check it out for me, but not
It's a Thanksgiving movie.
not a theaters.
So it's a big thing.
I play Rocky. It's a film on the creation of Rocky. So the film is Sylvester Stallone.
What?
Pitching Rocky, the early stages of film, because remember, he wanted to act in it,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. So it's like, it's a dramatized version of
Is
him.
somebody playing him?
Somebody's playing him.
Or
yes.
it's not a documentary?
No, it's not a
So
documentary.
it's not somebody showing him stuff from the 70s?
Correct. It's a
biopic.
A biopic. And I love Rocky, and I still love it, right? But
God, I liked Rocky.
do I need this? I don't
No.
I don't know if I need this.
Well-
the guy, by the way, the guy that they picked, Anthony Ippolito, looks just like it. It's actually
When
kinda
were you
uncanny.
out on? When did you say, okay, enough Rockies?
Never.
Really?
No, the Tommy Gunn one.
Tommy Gunn one was
R.I.P.
stupid.
Tommy Gunn one was
It
bad.
was stupid.
I thought 3 was actually still pretty good. 4 was just like entertaining. It
4 was
wasn't like
stupid.
it wasn't like some great. We talked about cinema. It wasn't like a cinematic, incredible movie. 5 was like, all right, this is dumb. But then I
Okay,
thought
but I'm saying to you
when Balboa, I thought was good. The one where goes back into the ring and reconnects with his son.
Oh, you
and
see,
all.
I did-
thought
see, I
that
was
one was
totally
I thought that
out
one
with
was
it.
good. And then they did a good job with Creed. I just I don't know if I need this.
Well, we have been so ingrained in the story of how that movie happened, living in the city that we do. We know it already. There's
Right.
probably a lot of a younger audience that knows the movie generally that doesn't know the story. And that's
No,
who
you're
it's
right.
for.
I'm sorry. Like, are you? I'm.
I don't
think that-
need it.
I don't think it's going to be a success.
It's a very random movie
Yeah, it's
to
like
make.
it's just, come on, the horse is dead.
It's just random. Like, all right, here's a movie of the guy pitching it and then filming it. So we're filming a movie of the filming of the movie.
Yeah, very Inception-esque. That movie did well.
I don't think I need this one.
I remember seeing it in the theater as a little kid. I
What,
remember
Rocky?
seeing that in the theater. Lawrence Park Theater.
How
That
about
was a big
That's-
deal.
That's pretty cool.
Which is now a TJ Maxx, I think.
Oh, is that right?
I think it's now a TJ Maxx.
J Max still does good work.
Oh, yes.
Or
All
no,
right.
VJ Max.
I
Not
love
BJ,
TJ
you're right.
Maxx.
Not BJ Max. All right. Bryce Harper. I know that it ended up being a joke. We did not see that. We were in the stadium, so we didn't know that Bryce was mic'd up during his at bat, and we did not know that he said, "I know it's a strike, but let me do it anyway." All right, the challenge.
Why did he do it?
Greatest Showman. It's all about the act. He's actually bad at it.
He's terrible at it.
And I'm surprised by it because Harper's a guy where he reads the zone very well.
No, he doesn't. This tells you he does not.
His challenge is he's what, under
42%.
50%? Yeah, he's pretty bad at it, dude.
He's not good at it. So the thing is, you can't say that he's good at understanding the strike zone.
Well, you can be good at it and bad at challenging. The difference is the ego level. I'm not calling him an egomaniac, though some people might, and you may be right to do so. But I think the ego challenge is something you've seen from top players in the game, and I think he fits into that.
Well, if he knows the strike zone so well, then he knows what's a strike and's not. Then you don't call for a challenge, which you know is going to tell you it's not, that it's a strike when you claim it's not. You don't do that. I mean, this is simple. And more importantly, why do you have the most first inning challenges in baseball?
Because he's Bryce Harper, and he's like, I'm going to take that shot.
But he's horrible at it.
Yeah, I know.
At some point, you got to stop being selfish. It's not the Bryce Harper show.
So
it's the Philadelphia Phillies.
It's funny because before this season started, I think we talked about who would abuse it the most and be bad at it. And
We
all
thought
said
Bohm.
Bohm. We all
thought
said Bohm.
And
'cause
Bohm's not.
I don't know what his.
No, Bohm has not been
I don't know what
abusing
his
it.
percentage is. Like
He has not been abusing it.
But Harper's pretty bad at it, man.
He's terrible at it.
But do you tell Harper to stop? I don't know how you do that, man.
No, I think it's very akin to the base running. He's going to take his chances on stuff that he thinks is close, and he might be like in the back of his mind, yeah, that's probably a strike, but I'll take my chance because I'm Bryce Harper.
I've been playing the same way since I was 12.
Yeah, but he hasn't
And
been
I'm not
challenging
going to
since
change.
he was 12.
And
He's
I'm not going
challenging
to
now.
change. I'm not going to change.
I'm surprised that he's as bad as he is at it. this
Yeah,
year.
it means he has no self-awareness of the strike zone.
He's a risk taker also. I think that's what it is. Anything he thinks, that
But
might be out, I'll take the chance.
Again, though, it means he doesn't know.
Yeah.
It means he's wrong.
Now,
4 out of 10 times he's right.
I really wonder how it's going to play a role in the playoffs. Like, you can't, like Randy Arozarena last week, 2 weeks ago. Did we do that in headlines? I forget.
Didn't he do it
Don't remember.
Didn't he?
Twice in the first inning at bat. His first inning at bat, he did it twice, and he was wrong on both. That's not going to happen in the playoffs.
I guarantee you teams will be much more judicious with the
Like,
challenges.
save them till the 9th inning.
Yeah, do not touch it. Remember what happened in the Dodgers game with Christopher Sanchez. Like, the Phillies should know more than anybody. Regular season, whatever. Postseason, if you see a team use it before the 6th inning, I think they're insane.
What you do when you practice, what you do in the regular season, you're going to do in the postseason.
Well, that's just strategy.
When the Phillies are horrible defensively, they're going to be horrible defensively in the postseason. We saw it last year in the postseason.
Trey Turner used this All-Star break.
He did?
To work on his glove.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, sure.
All right, everybody have a great rest of your day. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning. Middays with Marks next, but Johnny Marks working afternoons with Bill Colarulo today. So no Johnny Marks in the midday show. It's Ray Dunn and Sean Bray, Sean Rodman producing the show. So that comes your way next. Johnny Marks with Bill in the afternoons, and we'll be back at it tomorrow here on The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic.